All right, are we ready? Are we all here?
Yeah.
All right.
hmm
So, anyway, hello and welcome to the Villain
Yay.
Reform Program. I guess I didn't have an actual intro planned aside from a little bit. Anyway, if you're one of our friends and you're normally here for D&D content, this is not Dungeons and Dragons. This is
Oh
actually
no.
Legends, the
Like
superhero role-playing game. This is a completely new TTRPG system that I've forced all of my friends to get and play with me because I want to play superhero game. Um,
Yay.
anyway, yeah. Anyway, you should check it out. I don't know. There was supposed to be like a mid roll ad which promoted it as well, but I don't have my mid rolls ready yet because
Damn.
we had a lot of delays when it came to like the starting trailer and stuff. So, but yeah, you'll probably see them if you check out the Roll of Cool YouTube channel, which this will be uploaded on hopefully Friday. We'll see.
Oh,
I can
that's
get this up
soon.
tomorrow, probably.
I mean, I could probably get it up tonight. It's just a matter of I gotta go through and edit the stuff out.
Hmm.
I'm giving myself time, just so I'm not stressing the fuck out.
I'll
You
get you
know.
the
Yes.
thumbnail tomorrow.
It's when you actually
Amazing. Thank you
do
so
an
much.
assignment when it's first given to you instead of waiting till the day
Yeah,
of.
exactly, right? Um
There's
anyway.
12 people here.
This is wait, really? Don't tell me the numbers.
Stop!
I'll start crying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I normally stream to like 3 people, so that's a big difference. Anyway,
That is a lot, yeah. I've never streamed to this many people either.
um, anyway, my dastardly villains. Do we want to start by introducing everybody?
Oh god.
I think we'll start with. I won't start with you, Sean. I will start with
Please no.
Benny.
Hello, I am Benny. I use they them pronouns. And I'm playing Eli Adamos, who uses he him pronouns.
And your code name.
Oh yeah, my code name is the guy. Cause everybody's got a guy, and I'm the guy.
All right. And next to Eli, we have Ben. Please introduce yourself
Hello,
and your
I'm
characters.
Ben. I'm Ben. I'm playing Henson Mann. Codename Henchman. Uh,
I hadn't caught that.
Really? It's been weeks.
let's use any all.
All right, Sean, you're up. Introduce yourself and then your character.
Hi. My name is Sean. I use he him pronouns. Um and I'm playing Lucy Lovell. She's she her pronouns and her villain name is Cub.
All right. And next we got Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I use they, he, say pronouns. Say is spelled SEI, and I only use it on the internet.
Slay.
I'm playing Dakota Knicks, whose codename is Songbird.
Woo! And last but very not least, the one who delayed this by 15 minutes. I'm kidding.
Call him out.
Gotta call you out just a little bit.
Call
hello,
his ass
Ari.
out.
Ari
Hi,
Arson.
I am Ari Arson. I use he/they pronouns. I'm also playing Noah Howlet, aka Blight, who uses the same pronouns. And I was 15 minutes late because no one DM'd me that D&D was happening tonight.
We
thought
tagged
several
and added
times.
him. Let's just
This
be
server
clear.
is muted for me.
Me when we have a group chat.
Yeah. Well,
It is not a group chat.
It's effectively the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is really a group chat, honestly. All right. All right. I'm gonna just hold on. I'm gonna try to fix this and see if that works. Just test for stream sakes. Maybe we'll see. Did I break everything? I just changed the text to white now. All right, we're good. All right, and then
Yay!
I
Yay!
am. Hi, sorry, I have ADHD. Hi, I am your GM for today. I am Caleb Teafling or Caleb. My pronouns are he and they, and I am your League of Super Evil, as every GM is. All right.
That's terrifying.
It's just how it is, honestly.
It's just how it be.
Yeah. All right. I believe that's the wrong audio. Hold on. Let me swap to the other song. Hold on. That's the other one. I've selected songs, but all right, I guess it's good. Yay! Thank you for the follow. Anyway, so white text. Thank you, Yukari. All right. Okay. Let's get started. I guess. Do we all have our dice ready?
Yes.
sir.
All right. We
But
got
my cat
six.
really wants to play now. Hi.
Oh, hi, cat. Tell your cat I say hi.
Zero.
All right.
Mister, I'm a dog, not a cat. You have to leave.
All right. So, what we see is fleets. Hundreds of these sort of darkened, armored hovercrafts slowly making their way through the sky. Inside of them are villains, plucked from prisons all around the world and brought here to a singular campus-like state in the sort of upper hills just outside the main city of New Olympus. Now, New Olympus is a city that is actually located at Point Nemo, I believe is what it is. And just giving my players some context here. It is the farthest point from land from any given way. It is kind of in the more southern hemisphere, so it's light and tropical. And though none of you can see the outsides, the five of you are locked in a van together, dressed in gray prison suits with dark kind of metal collars around your neck that have been placed there to dampen your power. Inside these vehicles, your hands are cuffed as you feel yourself being jostled by the wind, and as the planes or hovercrafts slowly land, and one by one, they're opened up and people are let out and kind of directed by these armored guards into this large sort of concrete and glass building. It looks too beautiful and modern to be considered a prison, but at a first glance, anyone with some common knowledge would know that these are probably very reinforced. The five of you have been stuck in this this sort of prison truck transport vehicle for the last maybe 8 or so hours. You've been given, meals and such. It's just a really shitty plane. But you are finally let out one by one. And as you are let go, you are uncuffed, your hands are released, and you're given a second to stretch your legs before one of the guards is like, all right, this way, and begins to sort of line you up like you're in preschool, basically, and leads you into this sort of very modernized building. It's a unique looking prison, depending on how long you've been in prison. And you guys are eventually led into this, what almost looks like a gymnasium, just the lines of a basketball court are painted onto the floor, and as you're walking, your shoes kind of squeak against the very waxed floor. This is like a high school gym.
We had an assembly.
It really is. There's a small stage set up with a podium and a sort of white flat projector screen behind it. And in the along the sort of gym floor, there are about 100 chairs, all these plastic folding chairs set up in rows. As you can see, you and about 150 others are all sat down and kind of ushered into these rows to sit and wait. You and everybody else in this room are wearing identical collars and suits. These gray suits that you were actually given on the plane to change out of whatever uniform you were given from your previous prisons to kind of make, I don't know, you all look more uniform. You're not entirely clear on the reason. But you all sit down, kind of take in the environment. And is there anything you guys want to say to each other, or are you just going to sit in silence and wait?
I imagine we've all already introduced ourselves to each other, right?
You guys had 8 hours on a plane together. I
Yeah,
hope so.
We had to gossip at least a little bit.
Yo, what does this got to do with bullying?
Huh?
You know, like the anti-bullying assembly. You guys never had those?
Is this what school's like?
I had them. They just didn't work.
You know, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, at the private schools, they had more, I went to a training academy, so...
Training again.
This does not seem pleasant.
Public school is awesome, man. You get to eat slop. That's honestly worse than any of the food that I've had here. So that's fun.
Oh, wow.
What's
spoiled Trumu, mostly.
Oh,
But what now?
Hmm?
What now? Spoiled what?
Spoiled Trumu. Like the chocolate milk.
it's milk.
why would they
I had
sell
a lot of-
spoiled milk? That doesn't seem pleasant.
Complex.
All right. As you guys are quietly
Riveting
yapping,
conversation to start
We're
off.
yapping to
Great
each
guys.
other.
Great job, guys.
Yeah, wow. I love talking about spoiled milk with my new friends.
I just don't want to I just don't want to yap for too long. I want to give you guys a chance to play your
Yeah.
characters. But you guys sit there, and about maybe only 15 or so minutes pass before you hear the sort of light footsteps as you guys immediately, the lights kind of, they don't dim, they just immediately turn off. It doesn't appear like there's a dimming system in this gymnasium, but a spotlight is kept onto the main stage as you see this younger gentleman, probably in his mid to late 20s, walk onto the stage in a tight white suit lined with this sort of bright kind of almost sparkly red lining that goes up his legs and down his arms, kind of attaching to this large heavy looking red cowl and cape around his shoulders. He's got this shortened dark hair that's swooped back in a rather sort of stereotypical handsome sort of sense, and he's got
I cat call whistle. I tried to do it, but it didn't work.
Jesus.
My mic picked it and picked it up.
So
he's
funny.
got you were the only person to make noise. It is silent in here.
I don't know.
Sit next to me, whoever it is, and go,
In
imagine
the
if that guy
room
was
full of-
bald.
Sorry. In the room full of villains, there's fucking there's no jeering at all. Sorry. Is your
There's
world,
it
whatever.
is there's probably some murmurs as this superhero that that you would know as Prince walks onto the stage.
Prince?
He's got a white mask
Right?
and a red and white suit, and a little red mask to kind of cover just his eyes. I imagine he's got the white middle parts, or think Robin, or Robin but the mask is red. That's what I'm imagining.
Okay.
And he steps out onto the stage, and
Never got those masks. They don't hide it. It's kinda
and his he kind of does a flip of his cape, and it billows ever so slightly, and he goes, "Thank you, one and all, for accepting our invite to the first phase of our new villain reform program. Now, on this journey, you're going to develop bonds with one another. You're going to learn to grow and trust and release that inner goodness that we all possess. Hurrah!" And he says that, and this crowd is silent.
Dead fucking
I
silence.
clap.
I laugh.
No one
I
clapped.
have plenty of inner goodness.
Noah, for
Yeah, that's
fun,
really cute.
roll a charisma. Roll me a charisma check, please. So roll just plus your full charisma number.
All of us?
No, just you, because you clapped.
Oh,
And I think
okay.
it's funny. Actually, yeah, because you're the one who did something vaguely nice.
That's a D20,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not.
Yeah, D20 plus your
No one's
entire
trying
charisma
to
modifier.
guys.
I don't.
Okay, that'd be 28.
28. You start clapping, and just like what, like the one villain sitting next to you just looks at you and goes like, "Dude, stop!" like just like immediately tries to shut you down.
What? He's good at talking.
I don't think I was good at talking.
Prince kind of
Okay.
clears and like as you guys were doing, Prince kind of clears his throat. He goes, "This also will lower your sentence." And then a couple people go, "Woo!" Yeah.
Yay.
I don't
And
clap for
I-
this one. It feels inappropriate.
I'm gonna boo. I'm gonna boo
Uh,
again. Just stay negative.
Oh, okay.
As, Prince then continues. As you should already be aware, this is a 2-year program. If you devote yourself to this program, you should be able to be released after at least year 1. Each time you show acts of goodness, you will be rewarded with a star. And he kind of points backwards, and you see that projector kind of light up with like a golden star, kind of like
Are you fucking serious?
these these stars.
Do you
will
think they know
also-
the public school system exists?
Oh boy.
These stars will also be shown on your collars, and like another kind of like image on the program shows up of that similar sort of dark metal collar that all of you are wearing, and you see as it kind of like that little LED screen that has like a little red light on it right currently beside it lights up with like a little like starlight, and then once you receive 5 stars, your collar will able to be removed, and your powers will be returned. However, if you slip up or commit one act of evil, all stars that were previously gained will be removed. Prince kind of smiles, and some people kind of go, "What the fuck,
These are
man? That's
so-
not fair."
Yeah, that's
These are
stupid.
such subjective. Like,
Yeah, what do you classify
these
as
are
evil?
very subjective
What do you
metrics.
classify as good?
You kind of shout. He does actually hear you as he kind of looks over that direction. And he goes, "That's an excellent question. Those
Do you know
you
the answer?
will, yes, of course." You will learn about the acts of goodness that we are looking to see from each and every one of you in our Reform program. We've got classes, we've got different sort of activity programs that you get to attend, and through your days of hard work in helping the city, you will understand what it means to be good. And
Is
a
good
couple people-
defined by like a moral thing, or is it by like a council?
and eventually,
Of judges.
He just goes, "You got it," and then just kind of turns away and he goes, "All right, so
By
now
making
I
this
will-
a subjective-based system, one can argue that this is cruel and unusual punishment.
I don't think I do got it.
He goes, now here is my brother to assign you your squads. And he kind of gestures, and then there's there's a music cue that's like a second too late, as like this sort of like drum kind of noise happens as like you see this man in the most like decrepit suit that's like maybe like a size too big for him walks out. He's like unshaven, his hair is like he's like his hair is like down and like just kind of barely tied back, like kind of like a half up, half down kind of thing. And he kind of walks out. And this man looks identical to Prince. And you quickly realize that these two are probably twins of some sort. As he just kind of like walks out and kind of stands awkwardly at the podium as Prince steps to the side, kind of like in like the classic hands on hips superhero position. And he goes, "All right, when I call your name, just stand up and we'll have a guard escort you out and show you your dorm rooms that you'll be staying in for the next 2 years. And then he starts reading out names off of a list. And then he goes, all right, like, Nancy, Larry, Barry, and Carlos, you're all, you're gonna be team 1, and he just goes on and on like that. I don't know. Those were just names I came off the dome.
Caleb, you
I can't wait to follow their story.
Curse yourself, because we will be asking about them.
I would
We
be
have to
asking
find
about
out.
Carlos.
Nancy,
Yeah.
Barry, Larry, and Carlos.
Yeah.
We will be keeping
and
tabs on them.
Yeah.
Keeping
And
tabs.
Carol, you got. No, for
Oh.
sure. And you see, one by one, people are slowly getting up. And eventually, he kind of shouts out, Eli Adamos, Mann, Dakota Knicks, Lucy Lovell, and Noah Howlet. All of you are going to be team
Why'd they read
14.
my government?
They read everybody's government names.
You said it, Nancy, Larry, and Carlos.
I
Those
couldn't
are
think of
not
last
first
names.
and last names.
They were. I
Those
just
were their
couldn't-
full names. Don't
Those
judge
were
them.
No, you
They
don't
don't have
understand.
them.
That was 2 people.
Yeah, it was 2 people. It's a duo.
Nancy,
I
Larry,
see.
and Barry, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos, I see it.
All right. As your team is called out, you guys feel like this sort of like buzz, kind of like a light vibration around the collar, and you guys could kind of like look at each other since you can't look at your own collar, and you see the Roman numerals for 14, the X1V, has appeared on the collar to kind of label what group you're part of. Then a kind of 2 guards on either side kind of like wave you over to help you out of the sort of assembly, and you hear the sort of disheveled man continue to shout names and be all like, "You're team 15, that's team 16," and then he just keeps going on. You guys are flanked by the 5 of you are flanked by about 2 guards, and as they begin to kind of walk you through this sort of large campus. And it very much looks like a university campus. Like maybe this was a university at some point, and then it's gotten repurposed for this occasion. And they kind of walk you through the dorms outside the main building and down a small sort of paved walkway to these larger kind of dorm buildings on the outside. They take you inside and kind of take you up to like the 2nd floor. Where one of the doors is already labeled with like a piece of like plastic laminated paper that just says Team 14 or Team X1V, and the guards stand on either side of the door and kind of open it for you, and they go, "Welcome to your new home. You're gonna be here for the next 2 years. Cafeteria is downstairs." As well as if you need any other things, we've got a small sort of shop of sorts for when eventually you get money. And they kind of let you inside.
There's money in prison?
Apparently.
Commissary. Yeah.
There's money everywhere.
Yeah. You guys are let
Above
inside.
table, I need you guys to know that you can earn money while you are.
Oh, no, I know.
You can do that.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like part of the reform program here. If you have any questions, you can ask
in
the
general.
guards. Yeah, exactly. But inside you are opened to like what looks to be like a fairly small apartment space. There's like a small, very simple kitchen, like a wide kind of living room space with like a couple couches and a small TV and like a little wooden coffee table. There's a hallway with 1 bathroom. And then there are 2 bedrooms, each bedroom has like 2 sets of bunk beds. So in total there are 8 beds in this room. But there are only 5 of you, so however you choose to sort yourself up between the 2 bedrooms is up to you. Each of you get like with each bed there is like a small sort of like wardrobe as well, that has just more of the identical prison uniforms that you're wearing, and it looks well decorated. Though it's simple, it's comfortable. It doesn't look like a prison. There are toothbrushes in the bathroom, and like a fairly nice shower with a bathtub. If it wasn't for like the obvious metal bars covering the windows in each room, you probably would just think it was like a normal apartment.
So they can get like reinforced glass everywhere else but our rooms.
I mean, you can assume it's probably also reinforced glass and bars. Just,
For the aesthetic, for the vibes.
exactly, for the vibes.
Just so you don't forget where you are.
Yeah.
Remember your place. Jesus.
But as you guys kind of like step inside, and the end, one of the guards kind of goes, "All right, you guys have free reign to explore the campus today. Your first day of field work starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. So we'll make sure you're up by then." What? Yeah,
As of day one, we start in. Okay.
you start your work for the reform program tomorrow. Isn't that? I don't need to explain that to you, right?
No, I understand. I assumed we would have a bit of training before we went straight to the field.
That's what today is. I mean, you're
Training is just walking around.
you don't need training for field work.
I think they expect us to know what we're already doing.
Well, I would if maybe I wasn't wearing this collar.
For field work? Yeah.
You'll see when you get there. You don't need training for what you're gonna do. You're gonna get training while you're there. How about think of it that way.
On the job training.
Lovely.
I've worked minimum wage before.
There's a couple of you kind of see that there's one of the guards kind of leaves to go guard a different door, and so you only really have one guard outside your room, and he's kind of posted there. But he closes the door, and you guys are welcome to explore your apartment however you like. There's also the cafeteria downstairs, as well as the sort of community shop. On the sort of coffee table, there's like a little pamphlet that has like the VRP logo, the Villain Reform Program logo on it, and like some like little like cartoonized versions of Prince and Romulus on it, where they kind of explain that like there's like a little blurb about like the founders, Remus and Romulus, these brothers who want to see villains better themselves. And then there's like a kind of like a map of the campus, as well as like listed activities and places you could go check out. There are things like a library. There is a VR. There's a VR space, like a VR like computer room. There is a computer lab here as well, if you want access to the internet. There's the cafeteria, which I've already mentioned 3 times. And yeah, I'm looking at my list now, being like, yeah. So there's a yeah, just like there's I already mentioned the library, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. There's and then there's like some like private like study halls that you can rent out, as well as like a sports field outside for those who want to go out and exercise. There's like a track, like a weight room and stuff like that. It's honest, like there's a lot of options for people for however you want to spend your time, wherever you want to go. But the 5 of you are welcome to explore. What would you like to do?
Top bunk.
Which one?
Top.
That doesn't explain.
It's not like 5 bunks stacked on top of each other. There's 5 of us, so
yeah, there are 5. There are 8 beds in the apartment, but there's only 5 of you. So it's there are 2 rooms.
I go
we could probably
to one,
each have
like,
our
side.
own bunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to one side and I claim both the top and bottom by putting stuff on each one.
For sure, the stuff that you
Put what
definitely
stuff on
have.
there?
Yeah, you guys don't really have anything.
We don't have like toiletries and clothes that we came with.
You could throw your
Um,
toothbrush up there.
Yeah.
I does.
You guys, no. You guys were given, like, each of you were given, like, a small, like, sort of, like, drawstring bag of, like, basic toiletries and, like, an extra pair of clothing. And then your wardrobes are also full of extra pairs of clothing and, like, changes for whatever you need.
Are they all the
There's,
same
like,
uniform?
they're all
Uh-huh.
the same. Yeah, they're identical.
God
Uh-huh.
damn it.
But the ones you find
I-
in your suite, they aren't organized, but you do get like little suits that have like your name, your like first initial last name on it. So like it would be like E Adamos, HENCHMAN, Lucy Lovell, or L Lovell.
HENCHMAN.
Yeah, that's what it would be because it'd be like first initial,
Oh,
first
awesome.
name, and then last name. Um,
I am gonna take, like, I'm assuming the bed has like a sheet and a blanket.
yeah.
I'm gonna take the sheet and I'm gonna put it up. I'm like tuck it into the top bunk so it creates a cover, and then I'm
Yeah.
laying down in the bottom bunk.
Ooh, smart.
We have a couch.
There's a couple, yeah, there's couches out in the main room, like the living room.
I'm gonna take a couch.
That's weird.
Why would you pick the couch? We have beds.
Why
no?
would you sleep in a common space?
There's 4 bunks.
8.
There's 4. 8 beds and 4 bunks. This is what I'm assuming based on math.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I'm not sharing.
Okay,
You'd
well then
rather
someone
take
else will
Public
share.
space.
I'm
Yeah,
fine
that's
sharing.
worse.
So, what is your bedding arrangement? What do you decide? Dakota gets an entire bunk to herself.
I mean, I was probably just gonna room with her, just, you know, with them, sorry.
Then, all right.
Her is correct. All is correct. That is correct.
Oh,
They, she, it. We're good.
They, she-
I guess
gotcha.
the girls. I guess the girls could take a room.
The
shit.
girls
Like
in
one of the
quotation
rooms.
marks.
Girls with quotation marks could take a room, and have, you don't get a whole room. You could try to fight for a whole room for yourself if that's what you wanted.
Well, mm-mm.
Are
You're
there
lucky you get in
any-
the room with 2 people.
Are there
I
any,
don't really. I'm fine sharing. I just would prefer the top bunk, but even then, that's negotiable.
You know what? I'll figure out whenever I get back. I'm gonna head out to explore the campus.
Mind if I
Lucy,
go with
darling,
you?
do you want to go to the library with me?
Who did you
Lucy,
ask?
would
Oh.
Lucy, would you like to go to the library with me?
Sure. Yeah, library, cool.
You don't have to.
I don't know where else to really go.
You just seem very hesitant, and I don't want to.
If I go to the library, do I have to read?
No, I wasn't going to.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then sure.
All right.
Lovely.
Lucy and Dakota are heading to the library. Henson, Noah, and Eli. Henson, you're just heading out. Where are you heading? Anywhere particular you want to go check out?
I'm just walking with henchmen.
All right.
I need to find the
Follow
guy
him.
with cigarettes. That's my goal.
You're looking for a guy?
I
Well.
need a guy with cigarettes.
Hey, does the guy have cigarettes? Guy? I say pointedly. No.
Maybe. Who's asking?
Me, I'm asking.
If you
I'm
want to
asking
head
how you
outside
snuck
and
them
look for
in.
someone who has cigarettes, Henson,
I-
roll me a census check. So it's a d20 plus
Awesome.
the entire census number. Because there's no modifier.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That is going to be 15 plus 13, so 28.
28. You walk around and you probably have to walk for like a good while. Like, since a lot of people are also just getting out of the same assembly, a lot of people haven't had the chance to like settle in yet. So nobody's like outside smoking yet, but you assume maybe closer to like dinner or like the evening. That's probably when people are gonna get like start getting a little bit more comfortable.
Mm.
What about Eli? I know you're just wondering.
I'm in my bed.
Eli, you
But-
just
Could I have potentially snuck a few joints in?
Roll me a agility check.
Alright.
Close as we're gonna get to sleight of hand here.
Really?
That is an insane thing to have gotten this far. If you got this far with
I
that,
didn't bring them from the
that's
outside.
insane.
To be clear, I brought them from my last prison.
Still,
That's a D20.
That's so funny.
That's an 18.
18? No.
Aw.
And also mark experience, because that's our first failure.
Yo.
So when I say mark experience, mark 5 experience onto your character sheet. When you get 100 experience, you're gonna get a just a free training point, which is one additional point that you get to add to whatever when we level up. Since this is going to be a short campaign, you guys are gonna level up at the end of every session.
Oh, wow.
So if you manage to get so overall, like, hey, this is going to be like XP that you carry throughout the entire game. Actually, I think I might lower it from 100 because in the book it's 100. I think I might lower it to like 50. We'll see. We'll see how I feel and how often you guys fail.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We'll find out. But yeah, and then basically I'm going to give you an extra point that you get to use for level ups at the end of the session.
So I got my shits taken from me, and the fact that Henchman asked me now has pissed me off, and I'm gonna mope in my bed.
No, yeah. Are you sure you don't want to go out and explore?
I'll be out exploring later.
All right. Let's. For those exploring, roll me census checks, please. So everybody but Eli, because Eli is a bummer. My favorite little
Eli
party
sucks.
pooper.
I'm fine with. By the way, Ari, I don't think I ever responded. I'm fine with Noah following.
Yeah,
Sick.
I think you did.
30, I think.
30, good.
26?
26, not bad.
29.
29's pretty good.
Do some quick maths real quick.
Maybe we
11
need to
plus
like
19
add
is
a
30, right? I'm like crazy.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
so-
crazy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
it is.
Yeah, I got 32.
All right, 30.
Jesus.
It's a couple of 30s. Dakota and Noah, as you two are kind of like walking separately. I imagine like it's kind of one of those things that you guys like left like just about the same time and kind of like had to meet up at the stairwell. There was also an elevator, so like Henson left first, and then Noah followed, and then immediately Dakota and Lucy, like you guys meet up in the elevator before going down. It's kind of awkward. Then you guys leave and stagger. But you guys like head back. You guys to head to the library and also to go look for someone who's smoking. You guys head back towards the main campus. A lot of people are leaving from because of the assembly. At this point, is over. And the main campus is where the library, as well as most of the other sort of gaming labs, are. Noah and Dakota, both of you notice as you're walking to go find the library / just wander, the sort of virtual reality lab has a very unique setup. Its floors are like a glassy kind of like linoleum white, and the walls are like covered with these sort of like strange kind of like almost like outlets with like the classic like Oculus sort of VR headset kind of setup. You see a couple people in there, but they have one of those plugs plugged directly into their collar, and you can see. You can see that the little red light on their collar is green. And the you see one of the people who are is in the VR space is like, oh man, I miss this, as he's like flexing his fingers, and you can't see anything, but you with your senses, with both of your senses checks, Henson and Lucy, you guys see this as well. But Dakota and Noah, both of you kind of realize that, oh, they probably have access to their powers in there, or at least a simulated version of it. but that's what you see.
Noah?
And you guys continue. Oh,
I don't continue. Absolutely not. Will you test something with me?
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna go play VR, and you're gonna watch me.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're not going to the library?
We'll go to the library in a minute.
Okay.
you guys
I
want to
just
head
want
into
to
the
see how
VR
this
lab?
works.
All right, who's stepping into VR?
I'm stepping into VR.
I'm just
Henson,
watching, I guess.
Are you continuing on?
I'll watch.
All right.
Yeah, I'll watch.
All right. So Dakota, you walk up to at the VR station. Seems to be quite full. You kind of have to wait for someone to get out. Eventually, you see this kind of like scrawny, nerdy guy lift off of the headset. And immediately as he does, the collar flicks from green to red again, and he goes, "Oh man, you only get 15 minutes. That sucks. Use your time well. Here you go," he says, and hands Dakota the
Wait, what were your
the
powers?
So pathetic.
Oh, I'm outside of prison. I was known as the poltergeist. I'm an illusionist.
Very cool.
Wait, so you just went crazy over an illusion of an illusion? That seems like your priorities aren't really like good.
I mean, I was a little bit more than just illusions, but that was the easiest way to explain my power. I'm Sheldon, he says, and holds out a hand to
Sheldon. I grab his hand and shake it.
Hi.
What's your villain name? Sheldon.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Are you the guy that burned down that house when the villain or when the hero tried to get him?
I think you'd have to be a little bit more specific. Not that I
I
have.
could have sworn I heard like a story about like a
In the
guy with a
history
ghost
of
name getting
arson,
like
dude?
absolutely mollywopped by someone named like Firestar or something. Is that you?
I did get captured, but that's I did put up a pretty good fight, if I do say so myself.
Alright,
sure you did,
Mysterio.
buddy. You're adorable.
What team are you guys? I'm team
14.
16. Oh, 14. We're neighbors.
Not quite.
Oh.
but
Once removed,
we're
sure.
close. Yeah.
Well, neighbors are those.
I'm sure we'll see each other at training then.
Yeah, I'll see you on the field tomorrow. I actually
Sheldon,
I-
we should team up.
I wouldn't be
Why?
opposed. In fact, I actually got some insider scoop on the field work we're gonna do tomorrow. If
yeah?
of course we are a team.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
We're a team.
So,
We're
I
a
heard,
team.
I heard from one of the guards that we're going to do some gardening around the jungle tomorrow, but they had to get a hero crew to go through the forest first because apparently there was a monster, which sounds quite ridiculous if you ask me. But they seemed a little bit nervous, but they have a schedule for us, and it seems pretty tight for the next 2 years. So, I suppose we have to trust them.
That's
You
very
think
good
a monster
information.
is
Thank you,
ridiculous?
darling.
I mean, powered people are one thing, but it's... I've never personally seen a monster in real life. He says it, kind of looks at Noah and then looks away very quickly.
Dude hasn't heard of the Fantastic Bulk.
Yeah, I think maybe you haven't been looking very hard.
Can I like pick up on the fact that he looked at me?
Intelligence or senses check. Your choice, whichever higher.
Senses. Oh, hold on. That
I
absolutely
sensed
got
that
caught.
you looked at me.
Well, you kind of look like a little bit like a freak.
Yeah.
I just want to know like how obvious this dude was. Like, I haven't seen a monster. Looks at me.
Yet.
Squints and then
22.
22. He just glanced your way. He does seem relatively cool about it. Like, he doesn't seem to be afraid of you or anything. He's just like, noted. This guy's shadowy, I guess. Anyway, have fun. And hands Dakota the headset, kind of steps and kind of will shuffle away, unless one of you want to stop him again.
No.
Nope.
All right, he scuttles off. Dakota, you put on the headset, and you kind of have to like put the headset on first, and then like there's like a little screen that's just like, please connect your caller, please connect the caller, and it kind of like flashes, and so you plug it in, and immediately the screen opens up as Dakota, you are just on like the sidewalk within the city, and like kind of like a just like beside like a like kind of like what looks like sort of like a park, like a large sort of like woodsy type park in like the center of a city. You can see the cityscape of New Olympus surrounding you. The sun you can feel like beating down on your skin. It feels real. And all of you see as Dakota is like moving and like interacting with it, but like nothing appears from a visual standpoint any different. And then Dakota, you look around, and there's like a small objective in like the corner of your vision, and it says, "Rescue the cat from the tree."
Oh my god.
And you can kind of turn away, turn away, like to your side, and there's like a small child with like the little propeller hat on his head and like a lollipop in hand, cried. He goes, Mr. Fluffy's got stuck at the tree, and then like points upwards, and there's this big orange tabby cat stuck in the tree.
Truly, completely ignoring this. Okay. I go, Noah, can you hear me?
Can I?
Yeah, you can hear Dakota talking.
I'm like tap them on the shoulder twice.
Okay. This is a test, alright? I don't mean anything by it.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna try to mind control him now that I have the VR headset on.
Okay. What is the... Hold on.
Do a handstand.
Let's look at mind control because I forget what that does. What needs to be?
I think it controls the mind.
Mind. Yeah.
Yeah, mind control
Really?
is
I
you
think-
control
Hit it with
another
that
being's
wah,
mind
wah,
on a
wah.
successful charisma or intelligence contest, your choice. The target will do one task for you. In combat, you control them on their next turn. Whatever.
All right. Okay. Awesome. I will roll a d20 then.
Or rolling.
I am rolling because what usually happens.
And it's a contest, right? So I have to
It's a
roll too?
contest. So you have to roll. You have to roll with your charisma. I assume it's charisma or intelligence, but I assume for you it's going to be charisma.
Is it charisma powered?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, in this scenario in here, yes, charisma powered.
27.
27. I rolled a 16. So you watch as the kid, like, the eyes kind of glaze over and he rolls over and does a handstand on the ground perfectly, because this is not a real kid and it is not bothered by actual realistic. Noah, you hear Dakota say that and you do not feel impulse to do anything.
Damn it. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Noah, are you doing
What
a
if you tried mind
handstand?
controlling the simulation?
Dakota, you cannot hear Noah in here, sadly.
Okay.
Like, I can do like a handstand, but like that would just be more like something you want rather than like what probably is needed.
I take off the headset. No,
take
are
off
you
the-
doing a handstand?
As you go to take it off, there's like a flash of the screen that says "Mission failed," and then you take it off.
Damn, didn't even help the cat.
Yeah,
There's like a little computer screen to the side where you guys could see like Dakota's vision. You guys could like see what the project was.
Man, I thought you could have punched
it
the kid or something.
I'm not gonna punch a child. Why would I punch a child?
Because it has no consequences? Because he's fake?
Yeah, except that they're definitely monitoring.
This
Hmm?
seems like a little bit weird to give us a simulation where we can use our powers. It's kind of like
Yeah.
enabling.
Especially if they're not letting us in the field with our powers.
Maybe it's manual labor.
Probably. I mean, the weird
No,
guy
you were
said
to be
gardening.
clear,
Yeah, you're
it did not
gardening.
work.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do anything that requires our powers.
No, sorry.
'Cause if
Hey,
we-
no, just to be clear, it did not work.
No.
You know, you just said do a handstand and nothing happened.
What if you tried mind
alright.
controlling the device itself? Maybe it's linked to someone's brain and that's their power.
That would be kind of an awful power.
Try it.
Put the headset back on.
The child is still there doing a handstand.
I'm gonna quickly go grab the cat.
Okay, so the cat is about maybe like 12 feet up from the tree. How do you grab the cat? How do you save the cat from the tree?
I put the kid on my shoulders.
You put the kid on your shoulders? Okay, roll strength. This is gonna be strength, I imagine, because you're trying to balance a child on your shoulders. And roll and add your strength. Powered,
Okay.
even though I know it doesn't matter.
It wouldn't be agility because I'm trying to balance.
I'll let you roll agility, actually. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, 31.
Yeah, easily enough. You get the kid onto your shoulders and you hoist him up, and the kid grabs the cat with his sticky lollipop fingers and grabs the cat, and the cat is like meows happily and looks to you with these big eyes that are like definitely way too glittery. It's like almost like those like AI cat things, you know what I mean? It's unnerving. It's like, oh, that's cute, but the more you look at it, it just kind of gets uncomfortable. And the kid kind of looks at you and goes, "Thank you, miss. Thank you, Miss Songbird."
What? Shh. It's okay. Keep it. And I turn around and I try to mind control the actual computer.
Roll me. This is gonna be intelligence.
Nice.
Because this is you interacting with technology, so I think this is gonna be more intelligence than
25?
25? I'm gonna say no. You try to mind control the computer, and you start seeing like NPCs that are barely like what kind of commands are you trying to say?
Kill yourself
off.
now!
Yeah, turn off.
I think if you try to control it, just say like turn off. Like the little screen is like, hey, do you want to leave the simulation? Kind of like turns up, pops up.
No.
And then like there's like some like
They're like I think the wording is crash. Crash.
You see some like NPCs in the
Reboot.
distance, like just like crashing and falling and tripping into each other. There's like cars on the road that just start steering into buildings and stuff like that. However, there's like the space doesn't get damaged.
Okay.
And so it just kind of looks like things are clipping through each other in this like space. And like the little like AI in the system just like has like a little frowny face and goes just like, try saying something nicer.
Kill yourself, please.
Jay, do you want to play this really cool supervillain game where you guys get to play supervillains? So far, we've got in Golden Stars and in Cats and Trees
It's the Reform program.
silly.
in VR.
We're reforming.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna lose my
reforming. Ignore the part when I said this was a Suicide Squad game. Ignore that. Anyway, you can leave the
I leave, yeah.
Does anybody else want to try out the VR?
No.
No,
No, I got a
Wouldn't find
PS5 at home.
cigarettes.
you definitely don't.
What do you mean?
You definitely don't.
I said home.
Oh, at home. Yeah, right. Because the apartment's not your home. You're just stuck living here for the next 2 years. Maybe more. I don't know.
I
Depends on
have an
how...
apartment and a several-year-old PS5 and several-year-old ramen noodles in that apartment waiting for me.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
How long has it been since you went into prison? Have you paid rent on this thing?
The
Don't
PS5 got
worry
claimed.
about that.
Yeah, I don't know if you own that
It's gone.
PS5 anymore. Some dude
Oh,
like broke
I'll
in
have
and like
it when I
put that
get
on
out.
Craigslist. Oh, some dude put that on
I
Craigslist like a
promise
week
you,
ago.
I'll find it.
Oh, I believe you.
Thank you for being my test dummy. No, I'm gonna. Lucy, did you want to go to the library?
Sure. I'm
Right.
curious what you want to do there that isn't reading.
I'm just looking around. I don't understand what. You're so mission oriented. I just want to know what things are.
I just feel like if you're doing something, you have to actually have a reason for it.
Are we still in
Reason
cigarette
is I want
search?
to know what things are.
Yes, they're prison currency. We need cigarettes.
Understood.
Despite the fact that we can earn actual money, we need cigarettes because everyone knows fiends will do anything for you if you have cigarettes.
You guys
I've
walk.
been in prison
true.
before. This is so interesting.
You guys walk past the convenience store and everything is in like dollar amounts.
Oh, fuck.
And there's
No.
like,
Can you buy
could see-
cigarettes?
you could see like the one person behind the counter is like appears to be some sort of like hologram of just like a convenience store worker with like a very like big animated smile on her face. In fact, she kind of looks like an animated like 3D model. Like obviously they didn't
Walk
want- they
over and
didn't-
I say, "Hey, we are traveling across Japan on motorcycles."
Yeah, gotta alt on them. Sorry, that's a joke that only few are going to get. Anyway, what was I doing? Immediately
I would like 1,000 cups of water.
You could. You could order a cup of water, and then she gives you like a cup of water. You order another one. There's another cup of water. You could just stand there and do that. She will keep going because it's just a robot. She'll keep giving you water. It like comes out of a
No,
small
I
vending
want
machine.
10,000 cups of water at the same time.
It doesn't work. You have to order everything you order. You have to order one thing at a time. So if you want a burger, you gotta go say, "Can I have a piece of pizza? Can I have a soda?" You have to order everything one at a time. And it seems that that's a system put in place to avoid someone going, "I want 10,000 bottles of water." You know, it seems to be to that. And then like after like you order something like 5 times, they go like, "Are you sure? You ordered 5 already. Order any more, and the guards we will let the guards know what you're doing." Like there's like systems in place, but and you guys keep going. Anyway, you want to keep going. You find the library. At this point, it's been like a good hour and a half, Eli. If you want to leave the room and try to find your teammates, I could say friends, but I don't know if you're there yet. Benny?
I like
No.
these guys so far. They haven't confessed to any real crimes.
It's been about like an hour.
We haven't
and a
even
half.
talked why we're here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'll get up and around.
All right. Do you want to meet with them in the library since that appears to be where the next scene's going to take place?
Sure.
For convenience sake, and also please.
Yes, I was going. I'll say Eli's going there to see if they've got any music.
They actually probably do. You guys head to the library. There's a couple of like very old, like early 2000 type computers set up in here. Like kind of like mainly just for like, I guess no. They probably would have something more modern. They got a couple PCs up along the wall that seem to just have like databases of the books they have available in the library. A lot of the book. There's actually a lot of comic books in here. Of different heroes. There's like the entire origin story of the original Vanguard. You can read like issue by issue of like really like well like animated animated. I mean well drawn comics of like superhero teams like the Dynamos. And then there's also like actual like history books. sort of like there's like a big like kind of like when you walk into a Barnes and Nobles, there's like that sort of like book talk section that's been in every like like every things. There's like one of those, but it's like all self-help books and like about mental health. Like
yeah, I'm here because of my fragile mental state.
It's like all that. There's like also like there's like if they're kind of like there's like a little like sign that seems to be posted by this sort of like red-haired person. They appear to be very androgynous. They got kind of like this short red hair and kind of a smile with small like round glasses. And it just appears to be like your local therapist, Mars. And it just appears like that's like there's like a little image of them, kind of like as these are the books that they recommend, kind of thing. And there's also
Can I look at the books to see if they were published by them too?
One of them was.
They're plugging their own merch.
There's one of the books is the fragile mental state of the mental stability of heroes, and it's just like it's very much There's like one of them are, but then there's like others from other offers.
Hey,
I can't believe this therapist is profiting off the stories of the clients.
Probably.
They should be in here with us.
Real. Is there any books about sure Atlanta superhero Superfly?
Is that real?
Yeah, that's the name I'm gonna give them.
Okay, yeah. I would say there's a book about it, but you could probably use the computers to find an article about him. As well as many other heroes.
Above table, is that your fucking dad? When you said one of your goddamn you.
Yeah, that's my pops.
Are you canonically from Atlanta now? That's crazy. I love that.
I said that.
I don't remember. I'll be real. I don't remember.
Is your dad like a human fly hybrid?
Most of you said
he's just strong and he flies, so he's super strong and he flies, so he's super fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's like also like some like kind of very comfortable worn-in couches in this library and like small like reading spaces if you guys want to like sit and chill and talk. There's also like some like study desks and stuff. But yeah. It does.
So how do you guys get here?
Like
why are you in jail?
Oh, interesting question.
I made a thing for a client, and then they got into a lot of trouble, and I got taken in with them.
What was the thing?
It was honestly not anything crazy. It was a shield maneuver bot. But they had, like, plans to overthrow the government or something.
Did they?
Well, obviously
No, they
not.
got caught and put in jail. And when they were asked in jail about the device, they threw me in.
Damn. You do not know the 3 methods of the prisoner's dilemma.
They got their sentence lessened.
Damn.
But it's true.
Anyone else want to like? Never mind. Never mind.
What about you?
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, did anyone else want to kick that Sheldon kid in the teeth?
Oh my god, he was so annoying.
It was really weird. I didn't like him.
He's just a nerd. I don't know what he did to get by.
Anyone named Poltergeist is weird, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine naming yourself after a popular
I feel like
horror
he took
movie.
himself too seriously, and he did not deserve that seriousness.
He literally did not.
I don't know this guy, but his name is Sheldon.
That's enough to not like him.
Like, what are you, a turtle?
No, he had illusion powers.
He had a bowl cut.
I looked at him and I was like,
Oh my god,
he
he had
looks
a
like
bowl cut.
Listen,
Doesn't
Did he have,
that
like,
kid
very
Did he have
changes
like
his haircut.
big like bottle like glasses too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god, we're bullying this dude.
Listen,
Well,
listen,
yeah.
listen. We can't bully that kid
Why not?
Because I
because
offered
You
to put
he
him on a
will,
team. So.
he will die. He will die in these walls, and he will be putting that
Then his
note.
name would be accurate.
You're so right.
Do you
Yeah, we just have
think?
to fulfill the prophecy of his name.
Sorry,
As far as
do
I'm
you
good.
think that being put in someone's note will be? Do you think that's gonna grab you a gold star? I'm trying to get out of here. You know.
I just think the branding's like kind of important. I mean, like, listen, if he had ghost powers, that'd be cool, but like he had illusion
He
powers.
does have ghost powers.
He
Ghost
has
adjacent.
illusion powers. Okay.
Yeah, and he probably makes ghosts. Okay, what if that's
Imagine
just
if your
a special
like if your
interest?
power was
Huh?
summoning the dead and you named yourself the Riddler.
Well, that would be inapt unless you had the ghost make riddle.
I feel
He's
like-
probably got his
Anyway,
branding
Sheldon
down.
is on our team now, so
No, he isn't.
Not officially.
no, but we have an allyship with.
We haven't even started the
16.
team yet, and you're already offering
We
other
We don't
people
even know if
positions.
he's useful.
It doesn't need to be.
He can do an
it's
illusion.
useful to have enough people.
Okay,
You do
can we at
illusion.
least agree that
Illusion
he'll be the
branding.
first human shield that we use?
Yes.
Of course, absolutely.
No,
Okay, I can find this.
he's gonna be ineffective.
Though he is
also,
really small, I don't know how much he can actually protect us.
Also, don't necessarily need shield.
Have you ever heard the expression that you don't need to be faster than the lion, you just have to be faster than the person in front of you?
Right, so we throw him.
So we're faster than.
Oh, well, we could also, But, sure, just run.
So why are the rest of you here?
Murder.
Murder.
You know, also murder.
Oh. After
How unoriginal.
Eli
Why
was
didn't I
like,
share?
oh, I, accidentally did something, I was worried that I was gonna be so weird for doing something actually bad, but looks like we're in good company.
I got
Okay,
turned
to
in
be
by
clear,
a couple of heroes.
Weapons dealing is not something you do on accident. To be clear,
Oh no, I was absolutely doing something wrong.
Well, yeah,
I was
you
absolutely
didn't know they
doing
were gonna
something I
overthrow the
shouldn't be
government.
doing.
I think mine was technically
Yeah.
self-defense.
And you wouldn't be in here.
it doesn't matter if you sell an 18-year-old a gun and they go and shoot someone.
It's not like you
Yeah.
looked someone in the face and killed them.
I actively know that a lot of the things I do ends up in someone dead, so I would like to say I hypothetically carry that weight. I don't care about it that much, but I carry it, I guess.
Fair enough, I guess.
All right.
Who hasn't broken a few eggs?
So who here wasn't in here for murder?
What did you do, Dakota?
A legal pyramid scheme, perhaps?
Started an MLM.
That's
You
what
run an
I would do
MLM?
if I had mind control powers. I'd run an MLM.
The reason on the record is fraud. I'm in here.
What's off the record?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And I asked.
Yeah, and I'm not answering.
Oh, cute.
Not because I don't trust you, but because I don't trust that this room is not bugged.
I mean, the whole prison.
I'm sure they already know. Whatever it
They
is.
do not. I assure you.
Okay, girl.
A lot of what my powers revolve around is making people enjoy what they're doing while they're doing it. So.
So,
Not-
like, you could
There's an
make
implication
someone...
there. I don't get it.
Not a lot of people complain.
All right. If you guys want, you guys can head to the cafeteria for sort of dinner.
Is
if
there
you
like a
want.
guard around?
Yeah, there's kind of a couple like kind of like posted in sort of places, mainly by like doorways. Though there's a couple of wandering up and down the halls, just kind of generally checking in.
Is there any
Yes.
alone?
There's like we'll say yeah. There's like one that's kind of standing by the entrance to the library.
I think I can go get a cigarettes. One minute. Let me.
Okay.
I'm gonna like walk up to the guard.
Yeah, for sure. It's like a young woman, probably in her like mid to late 30s. You know, she kind of looks at you. She's just like, "Can I help you?"
Hi. This is gonna sound a little bit weird. I'm an addict and I'm dealing with nicotine withdrawal. Can I please get some cigarettes so that I can maintain a good behavior in this program?
Charisma.
Oh my god, I think that's my lowest stat if I'm not mistaken.
Is there a help action in this game?
There is actually you specifically have inspiration. What's your inspiration modifier? Dakota.
Oh god.
You can give inspiration to any one of your teammates at any point in time that you would like to, and they get to add your inspiration.
Plus
you
3.
Yep, you can add it to any rolls or damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to give me that, I guarantee I'll win.
Yeah, of course. I walk up. I walk over and I go, please. Just non-stop cigarettes, cigarettes, cigarettes. I just.
Yep, he is doing.
What's
He's
the
saying.
total?
So it's 18 plus 9 plus 3.
18 plus 9 plus 3. That is a number. That is
30.
what is that? 30?
30.
30. She kind of goes. She sighs. She goes. Oh, okay.
It's for my rehabilitation.
It'll help.
All right. She kind of like glances at your collar, and she goes, "Team 14." All right. I'll knock on your door after lunch, or after
Thank
dinner.
you.
How about that?
Thank you so much.
You owe me one.
Yes.
She kind of looks at you very seriously.
I do the most equivalent of a smile I can. There's no mouth on Noah. It's
Yeah,
just
you don't
the
have a
eyes.
mouth.
You
Yes.
Wait.
smile with your eyes.
How do you smoke cigarettes without a mouth?
I don't, but she doesn't know
It's
that.
not for yeah.
Well, she should have asked.
Mm.
He got a 30.
Who's gonna ask how your biology
That
works?
is true. I guess
between
Yeah,
me and
that's
the
a
jail
that's a
doctor.
good question.
it might be
That's
like
probably
yeah.
some sort of. You have to remember there's
Offensive.
probably some sort of like equality training that they have to do.
mhm.
You're not
They
supposed
can't
to ask
discriminate.
questions like that. That's messed up.
All right. You
He
were
doesn't
told
know
that-
how, but there is some way he can smoke. Believe him.
All right. There is. So you've been told that you will be gifted cigarettes after dinner. Someone
Yeah.
will find you. This guard will find you. She will find them somehow.
I'm gonna, like walk back with I guess the person who. Sorry, Jay. Do you mind reminding me who you are?
It's yeah.
Co.
What?
It's Dakota or Co.
Okay, it's Ko. I'm gonna walk back with Ko and just like I guess sit wherever we were and be like, give him like a thumbs up. I got him!
You sure did, buddy.
Yay!
Oh, I don't remember character names either. That's amazing.
Crazy. You guys.
It's like we just met.
That's crazy.
That's our
You-
character reason why we don't know
You
anybody.
technically
We-
met like 9 or 10 hours ago. So.
And
you-
then we got your cigarettes. They'll be delivered here and stuff.
Awesome.
I mean, technically they'll be delivered to me, but I'll give them to you.
I imagine that was what they were for.
I mean, I don't need them.
We can order cigarettes. Do you think they
No.
have other things?
Probably not. I mean, I
I mean-
apparently owe that guard one, so I don't know.
What if I like convince them I have an anxiety disorder?
Hmm.
You look
What do
like
you-
you have an anxiety disorder.
I
you not?
probably do. I don't know.
You don't like talk about it? You okay?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
No, you don't
Oh.
want to talk about it, or no, you're not okay.
I don't. What? You guys. I'm Normal.
Sure.
You can be normal and have an
I-
anxiety problem.
You're in prison.
No, with
I don't
that
have
haircut.
anxiety. I just
Oh.
bullied. And other things, but
If you're struggling, we can't notice. I promise.
easily
to.
convince them for weed. Not easy, but close.
All right. You guys want
Go
to
first,
head
actually.
off, grab dinner at the cafeteria?
Yep.
Sure.
The cafeteria is very like actual like mall cafeteria style. There's like a couple of there are a couple of like stands that have like different sort of foods. There's like a 24-hour smoothie bar, there's a salad place, like a Japanese, a Chinese, and then there's like but it's like mall, you know, like it's like mall sushi. So take that how you will. There's also like the classic like Denny's like breakfast style, and another one that's like a burger place. And like there's actually quite a bit of options. So if you name something that you want to eat, they probably have it.
Hey, so is
Oh,
this like
the
normal
noodle.
for prison?
No.
I was told prison would kind of like suck, but this seems cool. This is like an upgrade.
What's wrong?
It's definitely nicer.
What do you guys what do you guys get?
Eli lands at a table with sushi, pancakes, and €1 on his plate.
That is a combination.
I just sit down
I
at
get
the
like
table
a-
with an empty plate.
I look at that plate of food and go, you know, there's one bathroom in the dorm.
Yeah, that's gonna be my issue.
You gotta shit outside, man.
Yeah.
Like I haven't before.
Good. Good.
You'll have to get used to it.
Henson, what are you getting?
Do they have cup of noodle?
Yes, absolutely. They got like
Well,
a
that's
ramen
where I'm
joint.
at.
Yeah. They got a cup of noodle probably at like the convenience store, which is like just like across the hall from the cafeteria, probably. I don't actually have a layout for this place done. It's in my brain.
Yeah.
But yeah. You can get like a cup of noodles, or you can get like actual ramen if you want.
I got the worst flavor of them all, like the chili lime picante
Yeah.
cup of noodles.
Lucy, what about you? What does Lucy eat? I'm asking everybody now.
Fuck. So,
I'm sorry I put you on the spot.
no, I was thinking about it, and then I got,
Do you want me to come back to you?
sure.
I'll do Jay first. Dakota,
Okay.
Ko.
Like I go to the sushi place, but I get one of those like prepackaged poke bowls that aren't that great, but you know they have the seaweed salad in it. And that's what I care about.
Yeah. The food here is not phenomenal. Like it's a solid like 5 out of 10. Like it's edible, but it's definitely like
it's small food court for sure.
Yeah, it's small food court. It's nothing to write home about by any means. Noah?
Noah just sits back down at the table with like a plate and is like bobbing his head slightly.
Are you miming eating?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is more about like the experience of eating with friends for him rather than like eating.
That's very cute.
And Lucy, what about you?
She'll just get like a burger.
Just a burger. Classic burger,
Yeah.
fries,
Yeah.
a little like a soda
Sure.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and classic for your first day. You guys sit and you eat. And as you're kind of sat and eating with your friends, Sheldon walks back over to your table and she goes, "Hello, team. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind if I sat with you." He has got like a tray with just a single bowl of soup. It looks like it looks like just a bowl of just like plain just plain like maybe like chicken broth and noodles. Like chicken noodle soup.
Sheldon, darling, we
Sheldon.
would be delighted, but don't you think you should be bonding with your teammates right now? It's a bit early in the.
You're not correct, but they asked me to sit somewhere else. So I thought I'd ask you.
Did you tell them that you're the feared hero? The feared villain, Poltergeist?
I did when we were on the traveling van together. In fact, I told them about all of my very dastardly adventures.
Oh, I see.
Sheldon, could you point out your table to me?
Yeah, right over there. They points like a couple down there. It's just like there's this one dude who's enormous, super like buff and like covered in like tattoos.
Is that Carlos?
Kind of got like yeah, that's Carlos. he's got like sharp teeth for some reason. And beside him, oh yeah, beside him is like this like him is like this like just like woman who kind of is like very Jessica Rabbit in like design. And they're kind of sat together. And the thing is, there's so much room at that table, but the two of them are sat alone and they're sat beside each other. She's kind of like leaning on him, kind of thing.
Do you want me to throw up on them? I can manually make myself throw up. I can go make it look like an accident.
No.
Who are you asking?
I'm looking Sheldon dead in the eyes.
That would not be very hygienic of you, Mister. It kind of like looks at your. Did you change to the one with your name tag? Or are you still wearing your transport outfit?
Yeah, I'm still wearing the transport outfit.
He goes, I'm afraid I don't know your Eli. I'm Sheldon.
Yeah.
Eli, you now understand.
I love you. Can I call you Franklin?
That is not my name.
Yeah, but it's like a fun nickname thing.
He does look like
Oh, roll a charisma check, Eli. I'll give you a minor advantage because that's funny.
Wait, what are we calling him as his nickname?
Franklin.
Franklin. Oh yeah.
Another name.
So when
Just
I say
another
minor,
turtle.
when I say minor advantage, that's a +3 to your roll. If I say major advantage, that's a +5.
Okay.
So minor, yeah, and this is the same with disadvantages. So I'm explaining the rules as we go, so you guys can hopefully remember when eventually we do come.
I so definitely will.
Thank you, I appreciate you. All right.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
My memory's insane.
A 9.
Is that with the advantage?
Total?
Yeah.
Sheldon goes, I would
My charisma's not good, guys. I'm an asshole.
I mean, Dakota.
No, I'm beelining it. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, Dakota's not there. Because
what did you
I would
even
prefer
roll?
if you call me by name. Anyway,
Okay.
Poltergeist.
Sounds good.
Poltergeist is preferred. In fact, I will call you by your villain names if you would so wish.
I don't have a villain name. I just kind of have this.
Right. You are
Eli's good.
very
Yeah?
Be careful
you
now.
make a good ghost.
Why?
You are very shadowy and lack many features of a regular humanoid. That is a compliment, Mr. I don't actually have your name either.
That's good. I prefer that.
Okay. I'm also gonna star wipe to Dakota as you storm over there to these two individuals.
Oh no, it's not storming.
Or
I'm
walk.
not. Yeah.
Walk. You walk. Sorry. Beeline. Beeline in my head was fast, but you walk over.
Beeline is just a straight direction.
Okay. You walk.
I just sit at the table. I don't ask.
The woman looks over and she goes, can I help you?
I sure hope so. Hi, I'm Ko. You can call me Dakota Ko. It's up to you. Or don't call me at all. That's also fine. I hear that you're pretty fast at burning bridges.
Oh, so you're the friends Sheldon was talking about?
If that's what he called us.
Wow.
She kind of rolls her eyes and she goes, oh, gods have mercy on your soul. Good luck.
You know, what? Sorry, I didn't. What's names, please?
I'm Scarlet.
Carlos.
This is Jaws. She kind of gestures over to the larger gentleman, and he kind of nods.
It's Carlos.
Yeah, they're writing the namesakes. Her name is like Rachel, and like Rachel. Her name takes this. Her name is Rachel, but she introduces herself as Scarlet, and then his is Carlos.
Carlos and Rachel. Okay.
But they introduce themselves as you assume their code names, which is Scarlet and Jaws.
What is your goal at the BRP?
I don't know. Be good, and eventually we'll be set out. Listen, you gotta understand that we just want to go home.
Absolutely. Do you intend to remain good?
Yeah.
What an awesome
So
liar.
funny.
You can 100% tell that she's saying that because absolutely y'all are being like recorded.
Sure.
She's so aware that this place is bugged.
Oh no, for sure. You know, the laughter really sells it. Listen.
I'm just a joyful person.
Oh my god.
My parents, God rest their soul, they're not dead. It's me. They are the heroes Ventura and...
Jay's reading her backstory.
and Callus. I'm sure you've heard of them. And I think they'd love an anonymous tip to your names and whereabouts after you get out of here.
Are you threatening us?
No, darling, I would never. Although I do recommend strongly that you maybe don't push away your teammates.
Roll a charisma check. Or this is intimidation. You could technically use your strength modifier for intimidation checks.
I wouldn't. Why would I do that?
Yeah, why would you do that? Why would you do that specifically? Yeah, exactly. I'm putting this out there for those who would like to in the future intimidate somebody.
Because girl,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Any of our things besides you.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes. 19.
19 is did you inspire yourself?
Can I?
Yeah.
Then 23 or 22.
22. She kind of goes, well, if you get out of here, you can certainly tell your little mommy and poppy that we say hi.
What does that mean? Caleb, what does that mean?
She is not intimidated by you.
Fuck!
Sorry. She also is fairly charismatic. And she did Yeah. Also, that was since that was a failure, go ahead, take experience. Sorry, I have to remember to do that. That was a failure. Take experience points.
Yay! Cool. Oh, I don't like that. I didn't immediately succeed.
That's just the game.
Yeah. No, I give a big ol' smile. And I just stare at them for like.
Can I slide into the booth?
Please.
Yeah, you slide. It's not a booth. It's like a cafeteria table, but you slide in.
I do not break eye contact with
Scarlet. Howdy. I'm significantly less eloquent than my friend here. Keep your guy at your table.
Okay, why? He's annoying as hell.
Hey, that sucks.
Can I also approach?
Yeah, absolutely. You're
do we
leaving
care
you're
this
leaving
much?
Lucy, Eli with Sheldon at the table.
Oh,
He
I'd
sat
like to
down
grab Sheldon by the back of the neck like you would a dog.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Aw, I'm starting to
roll
like
a
him.
roll a strength
Wow.
check. This is gonna be fairly low DC because Sheldon is not strong, but Sheldon is not gonna.
Tiny.
Sheldon be like, please don't put your hands on me, but he's gonna try to.
Please.
Oh my god,
Please.
I'm rolling very good tonight because that's another 30 because I have plus 15
Yeah.
in strength.
Yeah, absolutely. You grab Sheldon by the back of the neck like you put a dog and start drinking. He goes, please take your hands off me.
I'm like
mister."
trying to make sure like it doesn't hurt him, but I'm like I need to pick you up, and I'm not doing it with 2 hands.
Yeah, you scoot. You push him towards. I'm assuming you're going back towards the table with Hinch and well, I'll let Henson talk first. If you wanted to say something to them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep your guy at your table. Listen, I'm not too keen on, breaking formation, and I'm trying to get out of here as fast as possible, and I'm sure you are as well. I imagine we're in these groups for a reason, so I'd like you to keep your guy at your table, so we don't have to worry.
Scarlet kind of leans over and she says, "Okay, what do we get from it then? What do you
Hey man,
have to
just
offer
because you were
us?"
handicapped with this person doesn't mean it's our problem.
They are not taking him back unless you can offer them something. And you
Fuck
have
you,
something-
keep your guy.
You have something to offer if you wanted to share, which is up to you.
I think
No.
you should tell them that I can manually throw up. I think
Actually,
that's
yeah,
I
you
will
know
say,
what?
I will say, Henson, you can roll intimidation, so that's charisma or strength if you would like to.
I lay a hand on Jaw's shoulder and squeeze as hard as I can.
That's a bad idea. Okay.
Okay.
establishing yourself
Let's
as
see.
a big dog.
And I inspire, so +3.
Yeah, +3. Go for it.
Oh,
Yeah, you got that +3.
this is going in the realm of super strength then. Oh. 1 second. I dropped my d20 on the floor. That's not fun.
Wow. Good job. Good job.
Excellent. And now I can't find it. Okay. Well, that's fun.
You kind of need that.
I do need that. We're just gonna pull this up quick. There we go. Haven't used this in a while. But it's treating me well. That's gonna be an 18 plus 18, 36. I think that's how math works.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you see Joss kind of look over to Scarlet, and Scarlet kind of roll her eyes, and she goes. And then as, like, we'll say this is kind of happening as Noah's bringing Sheldon back over. And Scarlet just kind of goes, Sheldon, poltergeist, it's so, come sit with us.
You can call him Shelly.
I would love to. And then he goes, I would prefer if you called me by my professional name, the poltergeist.
You can call him Shelly.
Oh, I'm gonna call him that now.
Scarlet just kind of is laughing. She's like, yeah, Shelly, come sit down. Let's
Shelly.
sit. And he goes,
I ruffle his hair as I stand up and walk away.
all right.
And I'm gonna get up. Do either of them have like a fruit or something on their
Yeah,
trays?
sure. Jaws had like an apple.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up, take his apple, and walk back to our table.
You guys immediately set yourselves up to be like the fucking assholes of the. I mean,
The
everybody
school
in here is an
bullies?
asshole.
Absolutely.
I mean, hey, listen, everybody in this facility
any day
are
of the
bullies.
week, baby.
Let's be real. They're all bullies here. It's just who could be the bigger bully in any given
Yeah.
moment.
I like stay an awkwardly long amount of time, then realize they've gone. I'm like, oh, and then I just drop him and walk back.
Yeah. You guys can head back. You finish up your dinner. It's mediocre at best before heading back to your dorm rooms. Anything you guys want to do before you head off to bed? You have work in the morning, so.
Cigarettes.
You head back to your room after dinner. There is a knock at the door.
I'll open it.
nobody is there, but there is a small sort of like white plastic bag sat in front of your door.
Big.
Ooh, a bomb. I'll open it.
You open it. Inside are a couple of not cigarettes, but like blunts, already pre-rolled. And there's about 3.
I'm gonna pocket one of them,
Fucking go.
and then I'll walk over to Henson. Is this a cigarette?
Yeah, I'm imagining all of you are sitting in the living room.
I want to explore more, but
Okay, for sure. Then Dakota isn't, but
Yeah. I'm also probably
Okay.
gonna go out.
Yeah,
Someone
not
confirm
to-
if
not
this is
to
a
be
cigarette or not.
contrarian.
Have I been scammed?
Eli,
Hmm?
Henson, does anybody want to confirm?
No,
Is this a
that-
cigarette?
Oh,
It's a blunt.
Oh. No, that's not what we ordered, but that's probably worth like a pack.
I'm just gonna toss you one.
You have 3, by the way.
Oh,
I
yeah,
pocketed
sorry.
one.
Small,
I
like,
visibly
Ziploc
have
baggie.
2. I'm
Share with the
handing
3
you
in the
one.
room.
Yeah, no, I'm taking this. This is better.
All right, you guys get that. Since the weed laws in New Olympus, I've been deciding now are actually quite chill.
I gotta get an anxiety diagnosis.
All right, who's exploring? Lucy, Dakota?
Mhm.
What are you guys looking for? Just exploring?
I just kind of want to know where things are.
Cool. I don't have like a map of the area.
For sure.
There's the library, the computer lab, the VR lab, the cafeteria, the convenience store, as well as like an indoor gymnasium, the outdoor gymnasium. That's all I have listed. You can go wander the place.
I would love to go outside.
Yeah, you can go outside. There's actually like it's like there's like a track outside as well as like a sort of football field. All of it is like fenced in with these high sort of like chain link fences that you could see have like barbed wire at the top. They're about maybe like 15 or so feet high. So you're once you get outside, it does look like you're trapped in. But there's like some small paths that kind of lead to like a small garden area outside that you can kind of go walk in. You see like one girl in the garden. She's kind of sat there with like a little book. She just appears to be reading and like a little park bench. It's quite peaceful and the weather is like nice and sunny. It's probably like early summer. Like I'm gonna say it's like June. It's probably like mid early June. So it's like quite nice weather outside. It's just slightly warm. And because it's like summer, like the set, like even though it's like past supper, it's like 6:30, but the sun hasn't fully set yet. So it's like quite a nice walk. You kind of explore around a little bit longer.
I'd like to, now that I'm outside, I'd like to like not duck down, but like sit on the grass next to a bush, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Just cover at least on one side.
yeah, you do that.
Is Lucy with me?
I can be. Do you want me to be?
If you want, if that's okay.
Sure.
Cool. Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
I, with just quietly with my finger, I gesture you forward, and then touch my collar. Basically, like, can I fuck with your collar for a second?
Sure.
And I just want to like look at it, see if there's any like weak connector points, like basically see how it connects to each other and how it is locked.
That'd be an intelligence check.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can
this
inspire
is
myself.
I'm gonna say you can, but I'm gonna give you a minor disadvantage because this is a complex piece of
Okay, well that
technology
doesn't
you are.
that doesn't
It doesn't do
okay,
anything.
that doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Because like technically you can try to inspire yourself, but because you're not familiar with this,
17.
17 is not gonna do it. Feel free to take experience.
Yeah.
As you start fiddling with Lucy's collar, and Lucy eventually, like, as Dakota's trying to spin it around and try to like look for things. It is loose enough that you're able to kind of like slip like your pinky finger underneath it, and there's like room so you're not like choking or suffocating. But as you try to like pull and yank on what you assume would be like the latch or the opening, Lucy, you feel this immediate shock hit the side of your neck, and it kind of burns. And you're gonna take 6 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god!
Is that hit points?
Yeah,
or
hit
armor points?
This would be you don't have any armor points because you only get armor points while you're powered. So hit points.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay, good to know.
I also rolled max damage. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
So-
wow.
On a d6, I
So
rolled
what-
6.
So what I'm seeing is we need to get some rubber, put it around underneath, and have someone like Jaws pull it off.
Jaws apparently is not as strong as Henson, apparently, so the more you know.
I said someone like Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
How strong is Jaws?
Not,
Stat block
I
ones?
don't-
Yeah, how strong is Jaws?
You
I don't
guys
know,
could
he's
search
fucking
the
massive.
database if you want to learn about your fellow villains' powers, since all of you have public profiles that list your powers.
oh, I do want to look at
Privatize
Scarlet
mine?
later.
Wait, we do? That's funny.
Yeah, and no, you can't privatize it because you are a criminal, and so everybody
That's
needs
fine. Oh, yeah.
it. So
Hard
it
to
is public
do.
knowledge.
Uh,
I'm not a criminal.
Yeah. So actually, if you want to like sidebar do research like in like the time you have off, do we want to go through one by one and just kind of like read off everybody's powers? If you you are not dampened. We'll start with Noah. We'll go the opposite way we did the intro. Noah, what's your power set?
Yeah, hold on.
I also,
Thank
when we
you,
get to me,
Ari.
can we?
Um,
When we get to me, let me ask about Scarlet too.
Yeah, for sure.
construct, darkness control, and regeneration.
Ooh.
All right. Dakota.
I have mind control, emotional manipulation, heightened charisma, and telepathy.
Lucy.
I have animal powers, specifically the land version, natural weaponry, regeneration, and willpower.
And Henson.
Immortality, precognition, and B tier super strong.
You got it. Eli.
I have constructs, metal manipulation, and luck.
Good job. Now, speaking of the NPCs, you wanted to know about Jaws and Scarlet?
I think Jaws is pretty self-explanatory.
Yes. Jaws has like he has an A tier strength as well as regeneration and animal powers, specifically water or sea, I believe is what it's called.
Sure.
And Scarlet has a B tier charisma, as well as she has telepathy and invisibility.
Ooh.
I'm gonna need you to repeat that now that I have my notes in my head.
Telepathy. She's got telepathy, invisibility,
And B tier charisma.
and B tier charisma.
Can
Fuck,
I?
she is my enemy. Ah!
Can I scout the database and see if there's anyone in here based on a sexual misconduct crime?
Thanks for the gifted sub. Jack.
Yeah, can we toggle by crime?
You probably could, yeah. There's
my
a lot
crime
of
is crazy.
murderers, a lot of robbery, a lot of specifically, there's a lot of people in here for the dealing or the production of a drug specifically called Booster.
What's Sheldon in here for?
Sheldon is in here for armed robbery and arson.
Awesome.
Oh, so it is. That's so funny.
It is absolutely. Yeah, I'm making that canon. That was not originally it, but I'm making it canon.
Yeah.
What does Booster do?
booster, it upgrades the powers of a person or gives a powered so it basically can give superpowers to a non-powered individual, or can upgrade or add additional powers to powered folk. And it is
okay. It's chemical B from the voice.
It's chemical B, but it's extremely addictive and also has a sort of
so it's chemical B from the voice.
cocaine type high, if that makes
Compound
sense.
V.
Ooh.
It's compound V. Yeah.
Compound V.
Shit's compound V. Let's be real. Except for the effects are temporary, lasting at least the super boosters last up to like 6 hours at most. But the regular boosters that are normally found last anywhere from like an hour at most to 20 minutes before the effect wears off.
Do I find any misconduct?
Sexual. I didn't have any listed, but maybe there's like. I want to say no because I don't want to deal with that, but
That's real as fuck. My plan was just to write names down so I can punch them if I ever interact with them.
Ah, real.
They might just not have been allowed in the
we
real
might
world.
have-
I just
Yeah.
don't think that they would be allowed to join a
Be
program.
rehabilitated?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
If they were
Murderers can, but not them.
You can
Well,
at least
I-
murder for good.
I don't know. I think maybe they're in a different type of rehabilitation. They're in like a different dorm. Like you guys are like, hey, you guys are
They're
like
kept
like
separate
They're in
for
O-block.
everyone's safety.
yeah.
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 No, mostly for theirs.
Yeah, for their it's
Mostly
like,
for theirs. Yeah.
We'll take
I
a field
think-
trip over there someday.
We'll
and
say
beat them up.
there's like maybe like 5 total in like the whole campus, and they're in like a separate. They're in like different because depending on your crime, your personalized reform program is built differently. I imagine
Interesting.
depending on like what sort of personality or crime you would commit. So those who've committed murder are in a lot of classes together. Those who are in here for
yeah.
like fraud or like conspiracy are kind of like, you know, they're
Wait a minute. Does that mean Jaws and Crimson are in are either arsonists or like bank robbers?
Oh, they're both bank robbers. Yeah.
Oh my God! We should
they're-
bully them more.
They're both bank robbers. Yeah, absolutely. No, both of them are.
Yeah,
Eat
that's
your
all you
super
did?
strength dude
Damn.
sooner.
Yeah.
I know what we're gonna do today.
I have another question.
mhm.
What about anyone in for political corruption?
Oh, I mean, yeah, fucking
Selling drugs to minors. Those two specifically are probably the
There's-
most important to
There's
me.
probably I'm gonna be realistic. There's probably a lot of booster there's a lot of booster dealers in here, and though none of them are specifically dealing to minors, you judging by like you could find some people maybe look into their cases. There's probably a couple who have definitely sold to some like teenagers or in high school, some high schoolers, and you're like, oh, that guy sucks. As well as like government conspiracist. I believe Dakota's under conspiracy, right? Is Dakota under
fraud.
conspiracy? Fraud. My bad. Yeah, no, there's a couple of like conspiracists, and they're like violent conspiracists who like
Conspiracy to overthrow or
conspiracy to
for
overthrow.
self gain.
No.
Okay.
Considered to overthrow and probably also self-game. A lot of these people are part of a gang called the Warband. They appear to be mostly unpowered individuals, but have imbued themselves with some sort of like arcane magic. It's probably boosters. Realistic. You start really reading into it. It's now they've absolutely just boost themselves up. But they fight with like medieval style weapons, and they believe in like this, like the government is corrupt for like making superheroes like the heroes, and they got like that sort of thing. And there's a few of them in here, but they're like in here for conspiracy, but also on top of that, like they also do like booster dealings and like arms dealings and like robbery and like arson, like a lot of arson, a lot of a lot of like just like property damage, like that's just like one of the things. Like a lot of people are in here for multiple, like a laundry list of
Yeah.
items, right? So
Okay.
yeah. But you have yeah, that's pretty fine. I don't have any like names specifically listed. But yeah. Anyway. you guys have your first day of field work the next day. So, do you guys head to bed after that? Is there anything else you guys want to do before the next sort of section or act, I guess?
I could eat.
Yeah, Noah eats.
I said eep.
Eep. Yeah, oh,
I could eat.
Yeah, Noah pulls out like a bowl and just starts like looking at it.
Um,
Yeah, I'll go to bed.
you guys head off to bed.
Sure.
and
Sleep
you've
off
got-
the electricity.
You sleep off the shock. Yeah, overnight, feel free to heal yourself back up. Any
Yippee!
stamina you used technically would also heal, regenerate overnight. Which means Dakota, actually, you did feel a little bit exhausted after because I think your mind control would have used stamina. That uses 5 points of
Stamina
right?
points, yeah.
So you would have actually lost those, and then when you got out of VR, you did feel kind of exhausted. Like you did exhaust that mana, I guess, or stamina, or whatever you want to call it.
Interesting.
Which I just didn't count it because I knew you weren't you fucking around. All right. Anyway, if we're gonna take you guys tuck in for the night, sort yourselves out. I think we'll take a 10-minute break here, and we'll come back to Act 2. Sound good?
Oh, okay,
All
sure.
right.
All right. We're gonna be on break. Alrighty, we're back. So,
Oh my gosh, hi chat.
hi.
Hey.
All right.
Did you all put in your predictions?
The
Oh
predictions?
yeah,
What's-
someone from the Legends Discord.
What?
Joined
Oh my
for
God.
a little bit. Yeah.
Steven
Gasglow.
Oh my God, Steven Gasglow. Hello, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, found your Legends Discord, a fellow GM. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out for those few minutes. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're also uploading all this to YouTube, which I can probably also link later for those who miss it. But anyway, let's continue. So you guys are woken up the next morning at about 6 a.m.
How are we woken up?
There is alarms that kind of ring off into your room immediately, like kind of like alarm clock sounds, and you cannot turn them off. It immediately wakes all of you up, and then there's a loud banging on the door, on the door of the apartment.
What the fuck?
And you hear through that kind of like speaker system in your apartment. Team 14, your shift starts in 2 hours. Please get ready and be ready outside.
2 hours is a while.
No, please be ready outside of your dorm in 1 hour so that transport can take you to the field location. So there's obviously an hour of travel time in between when you're ready.
Okay, I was gonna
That's
say.
why.
'Cause I was
That is
like-
why.
I was
There's,
like,
there's
yeah,
travel time
that-
in between. Let me be clear.
I was like, 2
Team
hours. is
14,
a
it's like
while.
2 minutes away, but I want you up now.
We,
Yeah. No, all
it'll
of
take
you are
you
woken up
45 minutes to be ready, but
early 6 a.m. You have about an hour to get ready, and after the announcement is put through, it turns off, and all of you are free to get ready as you will. Get dressed, put on your little prison suits, and you are kind of asked to exit your room. At 6:45, your door is opened without you guys, and like a guard immediately kind of like is there to kind of like make sure you're moving. Like they're not fucking around kind of thing. Like you guys have not earned that much trust yet, so they're like there to like military style get you up and get you moving. They kind of line you up outside the wall of your dorm or apartment, whatever you want to call it, and you guys are like kind of like checked, make sure you are, you know, not carrying anything you're not supposed to, and before eventually led out to very similar like the hovercrafts that took you here. There are these large armored sort of trucks, and you are loaded into the back of them. The seats are not super comfortable, but you're like strapped in, and you are taken off. The drive is about an hour, like just over an hour long. And you can tell because there's actually a little LED clock in there, which just tells you like the time and the temperature outside and the day. Just kind of like one of those LED clocks. And there's also like you can see kind of out of these tinted windows in the van as you are passing by. You were passing on the outskirts of the hills. So the hills are kind of like on the most northern point of the city. And as you leave and kind of like move down these like sort of like very distant roads, you get a full view of the large towers of New Olympus below. And you could see the water or the coast just like it seems so far away but also so close from this height. And it's quite beautiful. It's sunny with a light with a small bit of cloud in the sky. There's like a nice warm kind of salty breeze off of the water. And you guys are eventually taken further away from the city and kind of more into like this sort of provincial park kind of area. It gets a little bit more woody, woodsy, or jungly, I should say. This is more like a very dense kind of like jungle, tall forests, vines, very high shrubbery. The sort of paved road turns into a dirt one, and the ride gets a little bit more rocky as you're jostled around in your seats. Eventually, you're taken to what almost looks like a small like field or clearing. There are a few tents set up with some picnic tables, a small sort of like lunch trailer that appears to be cooking at the moment, but no food is ready yet. Before you guys left, you guys were given breakfast, by the way, so you have eaten, minus Noah, I guess.
I'm looking at my bowl.
But as you guys also show up, there's like a small area for eating, as well as a tool shed, or kind of like more like a plastic kind of like portable setup that seems to be supplying other prisoners who are brought to this location with things like buckets, shears, shovels, other sort of gardening style tools, watering cans and such. And the guards let you out and let you wander the space. The same sort of female guard who gave you the weed yesterday is the one kind of in charge of you today. She just kind of goes, all right, whenever you guys head over to the tool shed, you'll be given your tools, and good luck. She kind of pats you out and just kind of pushes you on, and you guys can head over. The gentleman running the tool shed appears to be kind of like an older gentleman, probably in his like late 50s, and he seems to just be kind of going through a list as he kind of goes team number, kind of is like reading off a list as you
14.
14. Okay, let's see. Yes. You guys are weeding. He kind of like like waves a hand. And I wrote that and then didn't know that we would be yeah, never mind. You know what? I love D&D. I love TTRPGs. This was pre-written. Anyway, he kind of waves his hand, and you could see he's got kind of like an apprentice or something in the shed that kind of moves, grabs a couple of those like small kind of like weed grabbing type shovels, regular shovels, as well as a couple of large sort of plastic bins to put the sort of the plucked weeds into, and a watering can of some sort of like pesticide. It's kind of put up on a ledge. Each of you you guys could take whatever you prefer, whatever tool you would like. And he just kind of says, all right, so you, Team 14, if you just head straight down the path that way, you're just on general weeding. If you see any large weeds or shrubs, your job is just to take them down. We're not getting into lumber just yet, so if this interests you, if you enjoy the work, I should also say, all of you are making about $22 an hour every time you're out here while you are working. While on break, you don't make any money. And if you choose to go back to the campus, you are more than welcome to. You are not trapped here, but you will not be, paid. Anyway, good luck. Have fun.
Noah like raises his hand.
Yes.
Do we get access to our powers to make this easier?
No. You get those once you unlock your collars with the stars. Oh god, Remus was so much better at explaining this. once you get 5 stars, your collar will be unlocked, and then your work might be easier. The more work you get done, you might receive a raise as well, depending on your work quality. This is why we give you the tools. You got to get there, do some physical labor first, you know. At the end of the day, if you do good work, though, you know, maybe we'll put in you'll get a star, you know. All of us here are watching you, and every time we see something admirable, we will definitely, you know, let you know.
Okay.
Okay, sick.
Have fun. He kind of hands you guys your shovels, your bins, whatever kind of.
Sorry, and this is Romulus?
No, this is like an older man. Seems quite.
No, this okay.
Random
Sorry.
man.
Not a random guy. Older gentleman, probably in his like late 50s. He's kind of wearing like almost like a park ranger type shirt.
Cool. Then I don't feel bad about this next thing. We were told about a monster in the woods. What happens when we get attacked by the monster and we don't have our powers to defend ourselves?
You don't have to worry. We had a team of the Vanguard come around, and they cleared out the forest, made sure that there was no monsters or anything like that. They were here just last night, left maybe about 5 this morning. They did a quick last run and confirmed that it would definitely be safe, so there's no monsters. And also there are no monsters in these woods. You might come across a bear or something, but if you do, we do have bear spray available, though it costs $10. But
so our options are to die or die.
If you make noise, the animals in the area are quite fearful. We have a sound system going on, playing music to kind of spook away any wild animals you might come across. You gotta think about it this way: animals are more afraid of you than you are of them. So just keep that in mind, and you'll be very safe.
What's your name?
Thank you, Sarah. I've never heard that.
I'm you could just call me Officer Nix.
When this goes up and something bad happens, I will remember your name till the day I die.
Well, if something bad happens, the day you die will be today, so...
Well, that's true.
I hope nothing bad
I just want you to know your name will never leave my brain if something happens today.
For sure. And your name will not leave mine.
I'm glad. I hope it's forever somewhere in the back of your mind.
It certainly will be, Noah.
Oh yeah, that is my name.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that.
I forgot.
Right.
Nick, the older gentleman, kind of ushers you off, and you're able to head off into the forest. Immediately you see probably like 24 other groups. There's at least you probably think probably most of the campus is here, just by the looks of it. Like there's a lot of people in this area, and they're all kind of doing very similar minimal tasks. Others are like further into the woods, and others not so much. And people are just working. There is like a speaker system playing, just like classic radio pop music, just to kind of like keep the energy high, you assume, and also to like, you know, once again, you know, keep like wild animals away from you while you guys are working. It just for funsies, as you guys are gonna start doing your jobs. Go ahead. Why don't you guys roll me strength or agility checks, please?
Hell yeah.
Jake, can you please add to your notes my mortal enemy, Officer Nix?
Yeah. Of course.
Oh, fuck. Man, I do not like pulling weeds, I guess. I'm 19. I rolled a 4.
That is going to be a fail. You were...
What roll is it?
34.
Strength or agility, your choice.
Strength.
34.
This is my best stat.
Lucy, go ahead. Mark experience for me, please.
God damn it. Okay.
So, hey, look, did
28.
you choose Nix randomly?
That was I meant Officer Nick, and then I think I
Nix
just
is
said
really...
Nix. which is your last name. It's Knicks, but it's spelled
Caleb,
with an
if
N.
you will look at my last name for like 2
I
seconds.
said that, and then I was like, oh, I realized what happened. No, he's
Do
unrelated
like
to
Officer Nick S or something.
Nick S. That's how it's spelled.
Officer
it's
Nick S.
Nick S. Yeah.
Or
Uh,
Knicks, like the
retconning it. This is
like
not
I thought
the
that it was like, I thought it was a shortening of Nixon.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
I was
But,
like, oh,
you
it's
know,
like
officer,
Knicks,
we'll
like
just-
the
we'll call it-
mediocre
We're going
basketball
with the long
team
version.
from
His
New
name
York.
is Nixon. His name is Nixon. That's his name now.
So funny.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, I got a 24.
24. That'll do. Eli.
I got a 20.
20. Go ahead and mark experience for me as well, Eli. As you are struggling. Have you ever held a shovel in your life?
Probably not.
Noah?
Oh, I believe it's at 28.
Yeah, you're fine. So, what is that? Dakota, Henson, and Noah end up kind of doing most of the work as Lucy, you're just like, you're like stuck on this one weed that's in the ground, and you're pulling and yanking on it. You are so used to having super strength that having normal person strength is infuriating. Eli, I don't think you've ever been outside before. You are getting eaten by mosquitoes constantly. It is miserable.
You know what it is for Lucy? The reason that it's not working is she's not using the shovel. She's just using her hands.
Probably, yeah. You guys start working out here for about an hour. It's maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours.
I do have a question.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How far into the woods are we allowed to go?
There doesn't appear to be anybody blocking you from going deeper.
So, like, if we just wanted to go explore, we could, theoretically?
Theoretically, yeah, it doesn't appear like there's any guards stationed in the woods.
Anyone want to go on a walk?
When's our next break?
Right now. Let's go.
Right,
all right.
let's go.
What's like
I'm
15?
gonna keep doing my job.
Okay.
They said $22 an hour.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna be here for a while.
But what if there's more weeds in the woods?
Yeah, we
Fair,
can come back
yeah.
with the best weeds. They'll be so impressed.
I
You
mean,
tell me
also
something.
the area you are currently in is like maybe being like already pretty cleaned up because there's a bunch of people in this
Yeah.
area.
We can just go find another spot. You know, get ahead of the crowd. That's what we're doing, for sure.
For
I
showing
don't think
initiative,
we're
that might
going
get
to
us
have anything.
$22
I've
an
seen.
hour and 50 cents.
Well, see you later.
Yep. Lucy starts wandering off.
Yeah.
Dakota, no, I imagine you're following, maybe?
Yeah.
Co? Henson, Eli, are you staying back, or you want to follow them to look for more?
I am going to give them like 20 minutes, and then I'll go start looking for them.
All right,
That's
sounds
funny.
good. Eli,
Yeah,
are you
I'll
staying back or going?
wait the 20.
Wait, the 20. Awesome. Can I have Eli and Henson? Can you please deafen for me for a moment?
Oh no!
No watching
I
stream.
knew going in here would be a good idea.
So the three of you, as you decide to move forward, you move deeper and deeper into the woods. How long do you walk for?
Oh, as long until I find something interesting.
Okay.
I walk until they stop.
Chill. You guys, the three of you, I'm assuming, are walking kind of together. Dakota, are you with them? I've got a triple check. Jay? Oh, Jay got up to
Jay
get
here.
food. Jay got up to get food.
Yeah, Jay's with us.
Assume they'd want to come with us.
Jay, okay, cool. Gotta pick up my food, be back ASP. Alright, yeah, they're up getting food. They'll be back in just a moment. I cannot wait for Jay to be so confused. I might deafen them and then ask, just put them with the...
They got
second
lost.
group. Yeah, I'll put them with the second. I'm gonna server deafen them just so they...
Oh, they
can't
said
hear
that
this.
Co is with them
Fine, fine.
in the chat.
Alright, fine. Alright, sounds good. Alright, you guys are, wandering together. You guys wander for maybe 20, 25, 30 minutes, moving deeper and deeper into the woods.
Jada said in chat, Ko is with them.
Ko is with
Yeah,
them.
I said-
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. I can listen to the stream. That's a good point. You guys continue to move forward. Eventually, probably around like maybe not even the 20 mark, probably more like 15. You hear something snap, like far off in the distance. And like someone just go like ah, and silence.
Ooh. Well, I'm
I'm
going
gonna
toward
punch
that.
that officer.
You're gonna you gotta head.
Well, okay, we did kind of look for it. However,
You start turning, and as you kind of turn and kind of start to walk towards the shout, another thing, can I have the three of you roll senses checks, or I guess the two of you since Ko can't. It's okay, Jay. In spirit, I'm just gonna say you fail.
20 even.
20?
Unnatural.
Okay. Lucy?
I got a natural 1. Does that matter in this game?
Yeah, that does. Go ahead and mark experience, both of you, please. Actually, Ko, also, you will be marking experience since you're not here to roll. Is that okay?
Do I get more experience for a natural 1, or just the same amount
5.
of 5? Okay.
Same amount. As you all appear. You guys start moving forward. You kind of walk towards the thing. You kind of start feeling like a little like warmer, like the heat has like kind of risen and like kind of like almost humid. That's the word I'm looking for. Like kind of it's a very humid in the jungle. But it's also a tropical kind of jungle, so it's not like unexpected by any means. You guys continue to move forward, and eventually you come across like just tools. It looks like somebody's sort of weeding tools are left on the ground here.
Is there a hoe?
There's a shovel and a bucket.
I'm gonna grab the shovel and just put it over my shoulder.
Yeah, you grab a shovel. I mean, you guys, I imagine all of you have shovels, unless you left them with Henson.
I left
Eli.
mine.
I probably left the shovels with them, but now I've grabbed a new one.
All right, you grabbed another one. Now you got 2 shovels.
No, I have 1 shovel. Left the other one over there.
Oh yeah, okay, you got 1 shovel. You got your shovel.
I'm not dual wielding shovels. I ain't Kirito.
You guys, and immediately you hear another snap and like a slosh like noise.
Oh shit.
And then another snap. Snap. And you guys are unable to identify the location of this noise. You just hear it one at a time. Snap, snap, all around you in different locations. And the air is kind of feeling heavier, and your vision kind of goes almost like purplish. That was a crunch. That's exactly the snap noise I was thinking. That crunch.
Wow. Uh-oh.
And you guys, yeah, God, you rolled super shit on your senses.
So sorry.
No, it's okay.
Makes it more
Eventually,
interesting.
you hear this deep kind of like almost like growling kind of noise. It's almost like a purr, and you hear a snap of like leaves and branches. And you quickly, like the 3 of you, imagine all in sync, turn around your shoulders to look behind you as you see this massive, like gray-skinned cat with this strange, almost like wasp eye of like thing, like clamped around its neck like a mane. Its tail and spine seem to be like plated like armor, and it almost looks like a scorpion's like tail as this beast, this monstrosity, it begins to approach behind you. And we're gonna roll for initiative in a moment, but I'm actually gonna ask the 3 of you to please deafen.
Okay.
Or no, you guys don't need to deafen. You guys just need to mute. I'm gonna ask
Okay, fair
the
enough.
other 3 to come back. Come back. Come. Benni. Ben. Hello.
What up?
Benni. I just have to wait for Benni. Benni. At Benni. I need Benni back before we can continue. I need the 2, because the 2 of you chilled. I need Benni here. Did Benni get up? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Alright. I was like, maybe you... Ah, there's Benni! Hello! So,
Hello.
while the 2 of you were continuing to work, while your other friends wandered off, probably about like the 10-minute mark, can I have the 2 of you roll senses checks for me, please?
Yeah.
Your roll plus senses, please.
All right.
That's a number.
And that is
25 for me.
25. Awesome. That's going to fail for mark experience, please.
Okay.
If I have an 11 to senses, is that a +2?
No. No. You add plus 11.
Okay.
Yeah, these are not D&D rules. You add the whole senses number.
Okay. So I now in this moment remember that we talked about that in the opening thing, and remembered that the additional numbers have something else to do with it. I may or may not have actually been failing. I may or may not have just been failing IRL math and remembering.
We're learning. It's okay. What did you roll?
It's a 15.
A 15.
It's not gonna pass.
That's not gonna
but
pass. Fair to mark experience, both of you.
I just realized I've been
as you're
adding like
working
1s and 2s.
Around the area, you begin to hear these quiet snaps. Snap! And like a slosh kind of noise. And a snap. And a snap. And it seems to be coming from all around you. Like wood or like someone's like snapping wood or sticks. But it's not coming from one particular direction, and it's kind of like directionless. And it's kind of coming from all around you. You can't really pinpoint it. As you guys are kind of like sat there, you also kind of realize that like, hey, you don't know how long it's been since none of you have watches. And you hear far off in the distance someone kind of go, ah! Silence. And you hear a snap.
Okay.
And suddenly what you do realize is that the air starts to feel much more humid around you as you start to hear the snapping one by one. Sometimes it's quick, like snap, 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 and then others there's like a pause and it's snap. It seems to be fairly inconsistent, but you do start hearing that sort of quiet snapping all around. Sometimes it's louder, sometimes it's more quiet. It seems to be very inconsistent. What do the two of you do?
Well, I'm gonna head towards it.
All right, you start walking in a direction?
Yep.
All right.
Probably the direction I watched my group head in.
All right, you start meandering in that direction. Eli, do you follow? Benni? Eli? Oh, Benni muted. Damn. I'm going to assume Benni follows for the sake of this is the end of the sake of the session. You start heading in the direction of where your friends went, and eventually you probably see Noah first because he's the tallest, kind of behind some of the bushes, and also his like sort of stark black figure, probably stands out.
Yeah,
along like the greenery,
midday.
right? Yeah, midday greenery. It's only like 10 in the morning too. Like it's quite sunny and very warm and humid. And there's like this strange purple haze in the air as you start to walk further deeper into the woods in that direction. And eventually that's when you see it. Behind your friends is this large sort of like gray-skinned, like cat-like body creature, but around its neck is this almost like wasp nest type texture hive kind of wrapped around its neck like a mane. And along its sort of spine and back, it almost looks like armored plates before its tail turns into what you can only assume is like a scorpion tail. And you see it looming over the three of them as they just like turn around and look up to it. Like, and that's when I think I'm gonna ask everybody at the table to roll for initiative. Yay!
Oh, I sure hope I didn't miss any scary chimera monsters while I was gone.
This is the monster is actually called the Chimera. Thank you for being so.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, it is a chimera, so.
It is a chimera. I was super creative in that sort of way. All right, hold on. I need to get.
How do we roll initiative again?
So you guys should have something called an initiative modifier.
Mhm.
I see it.
On
Okay,
your
yeah, thank you,
street. You're welcome. So you roll a d20 plus that.
20.
Why is this, of all the things, the thing that I roll well for? 25. Even then.
28.
All right.
All right. So let's do initiative. Alrighty. We'll start with Henson. What did you roll?
I got a 23 for initiative, so.
Ooh. Henchman. All right, 23 for Henchman. Lucy, or should I say Cup now, because we're in initiative. You get to use your villain names in initiative.
Oh, fun. 25.
25 for Cub. Good job. All right. Dakota, or Songbird, I should say.
20.
20. And Noah, or Blight.
28.
Nice. All right. Well, Blight, you're going first.
How far away is that dude who I said I'd remember his name?
Far away. Probably at this point. Like, it would probably take you like 20 or so minutes running to get back to base camp.
I want to look at Henson.
You are deep in the woods.
Is talking a free action?
Yes, talking is a free action. By the way, we should probably go through combat rules very quickly, just to let everybody know what's going on. So in combat, you guys have 2 actions. Talking is a free action. You can take a movement action, an attack action, or an interact within the environment action. Those are the 3 actions you get to take. You get to choose 2 of those every turn.
There are 10, Caleb.
There are 10. Hold on, I'm looking at the thing. I'm doing
1. Activate a cat power. 2. Attack. 3. Combat maneuver. 4. Interact with an ally or the environment. 5. Interact with an enemy. 6. Move.
Oh yeah, it's on our first
7.
page.
Recovery.
Oh yeah,
8. Skill contest. 9. Stall in action. 10. Improvise and act.
A lot of those are like also roleplay actions, I believe, if I said what I say, yeah. But yeah, yes, there are 10. But those are the ones you guys could do.
Okay. We'll look at Henson and be like, "Hey, you're immortal, right?"
I'm gonna
Not
point
with
at
that
the
collar on.
Point at the
Yeah.
collar.
Not with that collar on.
Indeed.
What's the collar made out of?
Metal.
What kind of metal?
You're not sure. It's a very, very dark metal, though. Like, it almost looks black in hue.
What's the likelihood I could break that shit with a shovel? If I swung it as hard as I could.
You could certainly try.
That means it's not gonna work.
You're probably gonna electrocute him.
Yeah, at least
he's immortal.
You could speak up because you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you don't.
From
take
personal experience. You know, I don't want to say.
Would you like
did
me to
it.
try and break off your thing? If we
I would
know that.
not.
Huh?
I would
It
not like that.
electrocutes you.
Okay. I don't know if I can do that. I need to talk to you about that, Caleb. But
You can once again.
question.
You can certainly try.
You know how I don't have internal organs?
I do.
What if I try and cut off my head?
I think there is a. Just because you don't have internal organs doesn't mean that you do not feel pain. And also, that doesn't mean, like, you have not experienced death, but I think in the same way that every body has the function that tells you not to chew off your own fingers, your body would probably tell you, hey, don't cut off your own head. You would have to, like, really try to surpass that, like...
The current idea is cut off my own head, use whatever amount of regeneration and darkness I control to put that shit back.
You can certainly try. I will say that that's, like, a major disadvantage on whatever roll you do, because this is going to be your body fighting against you.
All right, well, then I'm going to try and attack this thing with a shovel.
All right, go for it. So I'm going to... what kind of...
The alternative idea was cut off Henchman's head and then try the same thing.
That would not work because he's, while wearing the thing, his body is considered mortal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have to be quick.
All of you are considered mortal while wearing the things because you are just normal dude.
All right. What's my shovel bonus?
Shovel bonus. Let me look, because there's actual stats for this, and I didn't have them pulled up. Projects, costumes. Where the fuck are the items? I sent the gadgets list to Benni, but that's not what I want right now. I don't want gadgets. I want... Oh, here it is. Let's do... I'll let you do 1d8. Added, so it's your hand-to-hand plus an additional d8. Whatever your hand-to-hand damage is, plus a d8. However, you're gonna have to still roll a d20 plus your accuracy bonus to hit the creature first.
Okay. I have to remember which one of these is the... Okay, that's the d10. I've not used a d10 in forever. And that's a d8. Okay. All right. I'm rolling to hit. 20.
20. 20 will hit. Go ahead, roll that damage.
All right. That's an 8 plus 7.
15?
Yeah, 15.
15, right?
Yeah, 15 points of damage. That that's actually a really good hit. As Noah, you just grab the shovel and tong in the side of the head as the Chimera's head swerves to the side before, like, leaning back, and it looks fucking pissed. Though its eyes are, like, kind of hollow and, like, sunken into its head. It's weird. You're not even sure how it sees.
Gotta hit him with that fucking nest bat.
All right. For the sake of things, because Benni is not feeling good, Eli is in the combat, but it's just going to be spooked. So he's there. But all right, it is the Chimera's turn now, because I rolled really good on initiative. Can I have everybody make agility checks for me, please?
Oh, no.
That's not a good one for me.
Yeah, this is agility.
Oh. I actually rolled okay. Pretty good.
Good.
Daggers, 18.
18. Oof. Dakota, feel free to take experience.
17.
Take experience.
Damn, guys.
I'm up to 4 failures, besties.
29.
29, that succeeds. Good job. You are going...
You said
Cub,
agility.
Yes, this is agility specifically. Cub,
So yes.
you see this thing begin to like almost like the strange holes in its hive-like mane begin to kind of glow this like smoky purple color, and you back the fuck up and dodge roll out of the way.
Hell yeah.
Sadly, Songbird and Blight are not as successful. Henchman?
That's gonna be 17 plus 9, totaling to 26.
26. That's also going to
Slay.
succeed. Henchman, you roll out of the way as well. Neither of you are going to take damage, but that means Songbird and Blight, as you turn to try and run and follow your friends, you get kind of immediately seared by this hot, almost like purple fire breath as this thing breathes on you. As both of you are going to take 20 points of fire damage.
What?
So I'm down.
Amazing. Dakota immediately collapses. Blight?
Oh damn! I
I'm
lost.
fine.
You're
I got
fine,
more
you're
in me. Fuck you.
You still standing? All right, awesome. Dakota is immediately down. Sorry. Hi, Jay. Just feel free to just chill and mute for the rest of the session. You're good.
Should let me try and cut off your head.
Hey guys, guess who won the prediction?
Wait, was there an actual prediction?
There was a prediction
Yeah.
of who was gonna go down.
Jay
If
had
there
a
was
poll.
someone was.
No, I said, is anybody gonna go down in this combat?
Kevin
Yes
hedged
or no?
Jay hedged the bet.
All right.
I
All right,
said
Cub.
yes.
Cub, you're up.
All
of you have like shovels and like gardening tools.
I specifically didn't bring my shovel because I didn't use it.
Yep, you're right. But you got hands.
I got hands, but.
Do you have hand-to-hand damage for your unpowered hands? Do you need that?
What do you mean?
So your hand-to-hand damage is different whether you are powered or
Oh.
not, because your modifier is going to be different, right? Because it's based off of your strength modifier.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your unpowered strength?
15.
15. So you do 1d10 damage.
Okay.
With your fists.
I mean, I can certainly try.
All right. That also means you guys don't get Dakota's inspiration, because that was another thing she could have given you.
That sucked. That's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, go for it. Copy trip.
So what do I roll for that? I'm sorry.
So you're gonna roll a d20 plus your accuracy bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you hit, then you're gonna deal some damage.
That's a 10.
10 is going to miss. As you run up, seeing as it knocked down Dakota, you go and swing, but you kind of like collide with like its hive like neck, and you feel it connect against your knuckles, and it hurts. It feels like you just punched rocks, like just like punched a boulder basically. And normally you could maybe punch through a boulder, but not this one. And
Nope.
it does not take damage. All right. So that was your.
Does
one.
that gain XP?
That's an attack. No. Sadly, attacks do not do XP. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Alright. Who's next in combat? Henchman!
Yo.
You have a shovel, I think, right?
I do indeed have a shovel.
Alright.
So it's two actions. Movement. Does movement count as one of those?
Yes, movement does.
Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna just run up to it and hit it as hard as I can with the shovel.
Alright. Go ahead. So roll plus
Alright.
accuracy.
Plus accuracy.
What'd you get?
All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
If me and Henchman high shovel, do we get an inspiration?
You guys could make like a combo move right now if you wanted to, and I would. There is you get double the amount of inspiration if you guys come up with something.
Have a secondary question.
Yes.
Is my hand-to-hand modifier the same as my shovel modifier? As the shovel, is it accuracy to hit always?
Yeah. So accuracy bonus is always the same. Accuracy bonus is how well can you hit something. Period. No matter what you're hitting it with. Yeah.
This is not good at all.
Yeah. Your hand-to-hand. Yeah, and then your hand-to-hand damage is the damage you get to do. And then you get to add plus a d8 if you're hitting it with a shovel.
Okay.
High shovel.
All right. Well,
What'd you roll?
that is good. That's gonna be a 4 total.
Total.
Oh, did you roll that one?
No. My accuracy bonus is +1, Caleb. I'm down. It's the math we did puts my accuracy at +1. That's why I was so confused.
We might have to fix that later because that does not feel correct. Anyway,
Is it just like your senses or your intelligence? Because if so, then I have like a +13, which doesn't matter, but because I rolled so low.
I
But
think that it was like a specific calculation for that one.
yeah, because whatever calculated and me.
Yeah. Senses. Yes, because senses. Did we use your senses? I assume we use your senses over intelligence.
Yeah.
What's your senses?
13.
13. It should be +2. So we definitely did something wrong there. Which
Okay.
is not that big of a difference. That's still a 5.
Yeah. Still 5.
Still 5. But yeah, no, you completely miss. You go to swing like Noah did, and just whoop, completely miss.
Yeah.
At least I made contact.
All right, Songbird. You are unstable, so I'm gonna skip you in combat. I'm so sorry.
I'm fucking dead. I don't know what you want from me.
You're not dead, but you are not doing great.
Am I rolling anything? What is happening?
Nothing. So what
How
happens
does down
is
work?
when you hit 0 HP, you reduce yourself by 1 stamina or by 1 stamina point every round you're unconscious. I believe it's 1, and then once you hit 0 stamina, you're dead.
Then I'm dead. Okay, so what? I'm down 2 right now?
Yep, down 2.
Okay.
2 points of stamina. All right. Back to the top initiative. We have Blight.
Interesting.
Is there anything roughly boulder shaped?
Yeah, there's rocks all around you.
Which one of those looks easy enough to carry and could probably fit down this thing's throat?
Yeah, you could probably find like a baseball-sized boulder on the ground.
Good. I'm grabbing that.
Okay. You pick it up.
The moment this thing opens its mouth, I want to throw this down its like throat, ideally to get lodged.
Okay. Go ahead, roll. This is gonna be another accuracy.
And I have a +2 to that, so hell yeah. Oh! 22.
22 is definitely gonna hit.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this is another D8, so roll hand plus D8. As you're just hucking this thing into its mouth, you see it open its mouth to roar again, in almost victory after knocking down Songbird.
6.
6 points of damage.
I just want it to be lodged in there, so I don't deal with another breath attack.
It immediately starts like choking a little bit as its body kind of shakes and twitches. It is going to be its turn again. It does not like the fact that you have.
Hold on, I get 2 actions per turn.
No, because you interacted with the environment. To pick up a boulder,
looking.
No, picking up looking and interacting with the environment. That's 1. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So finding the boulder and picking it up, that's 1 action. Second action, make sure it can't attack.
Okay, all right, my bad.
Yeah, you get 2 of them. Sorry.
Give me 3.
Give me 3. Is that really what you want? All right.
No.
The Chimera is going to look to you, Blight, because it does not like your attitude, and it's going to attack you with its claws.
Second
Blight,
boulder.
Blight does a 19 hit.
Where is my AC? Oh,
it should be. Your
is it armor points?
Score. It's defense score.
Defense score.
Right above movement.
Oh yeah, okay, 12. Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, that's gonna be 3. That's gonna be
3.
That's gonna be 13 points of slashing damage.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Oh shit!
This thing slashes at Noah as you see Noah like immediately is thrown back, crashes against the wall as you Noah, you kind of cough up this blood or smoke or something as you feel your body getting warmer before it gets colder and you just slump to the ground. All right, Cub, it's your turn.
Can I punch it again?
Yeah. By the way, you could pick up one of your friend's shovels if you wanted to.
Oh,
take my shovel.
I'm gonna take your shovel.
You run over, you grab Noah's shovel, and go ahead and make a swing.
Okay. 23.
23 is definitely gonna hit. So
Fuck
add a
yeah.
add a D8 to that. Remember, so it's your hand-to-hand plus a D8.
Okay, what are these? That's a D10. Where's the 8? There's an 8. I'm getting this motherfucker. 11.
Alrighty. All right, pretty good. Okay, I'm getting excited. This is fun. All right, Cub, that's gonna be your turn because you interacted with the environment to pick up the shovel. Henchman, your turn.
Ben.
I'm just gonna take 2 swings at it.
All right, yeah, just take 2 swings. You got it.
You can do 2 swings?
Yeah, because I didn't move back, and I'm just swinging with the shovel again.
As long as you don't move, or interact with the environment, you can take 2 actions.
I see.
But you cannot move, and you cannot interact with anything else. So your only focus is just hitting this thing twice. Go for
22.
it. Yeah.
And 20.
20 will hit. Yeah. So go ahead, hit. Roll damage.
What is my damage?
So it's gonna be your hand-to-hand plus a D8 for the shovel.
Okay. And for hand-to-hand, I imagine it's not gonna be 2d10.
It should for you, your strength should be 15, I imagine.
Yeah.
Unpowered.
Yeah, we
so
have the
that's
same.
That's one.
Yeah.
That's 1d10. So it's
1d10. All right. So 2d10, 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be 8 plus 4, 12,
Mm-hmm.
and 6 plus 7, 13, for a total of 25 points.
This thing is not looking happy anymore, I will say. As it roars angrily, and it's going to be its turn again because everybody else is dead. It is going to. I'm gonna roll to see if it gets its fire breath back.
How's it breathing?
It caught. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna roll with a disadvantage because it doesn't get its fire attack back, but it is going to. It has 2. It can take 2 attacks now because it doesn't need to move because both Cub and Henchman are right there.
We're right there.
Well, hold on, wait. What if it does make the fire attack and it has a rock lodged down its throat?
It doesn't get it back. It can't do fire because it doesn't get it back.
I'm good with it not trying. All right.
I was just trying to see if it burns itself up alive. Yeah, my bad. All right.
This thing, it does have some intelligence. So Cub does a 17 hit.
Yes.
And Henchman does a 19 hit.
19 hit.
Yeah,
it is.
All right. So Cub, you're gonna take 17 points of slashing damage.
Jesus. Okay.
And Henchman, you are taking 23 points of slashing damage.
Oh my god.
Holy.
How are you doing?
How are you guys doing?
It's not great.
All right, still standing?
I'm at 13.
I'm still standing, yeah.
All right. You begin to hear the snapping, start louder around you, and then you hear someone just let out a blood-curdling scream. Can I have sense checks from both of you? Both of you.
There's another one.
God damn it.
I'm going to give you guys major advantages, so add +5 because I want you to succeed.
I really want to, but I didn't roll great.
That's fine.
So, okay. Adding that all together.
Major advantage means a +5, you said?
Yeah.
27.
27?
35, gang.
I'll say for the sake of this, both of them succeed. You start to realize that there is not one chimera in these woods. There are not 2, 3, 4. There's got to be at least a dozen from the amount of snapping and screaming you are hearing. This is a slaughter.
Cleared out the forest, my ass.
Yeah. Hey, Henson?
Yeah. All right.
Let's grab these 2 and run.
Yeah.
All right, Cub, it is
All right,
your
Caleb, keep
turn.
going.
No, it is your turn.
Okay.
You hear this. You hear the snapping. You start to realize this is a slaughter.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Dakota. You grab Noah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Gotcha.
All right. While carrying another person, your speed is halved. Same D&D rules.
Shit.
What is everybody? What is
Okay.
your speed, both of you?
30.
I got a 15.
30.
Question.
Oh, is that halved?
Oh, not halved. 15.
50. Oh, 15, both of you. That's good. Okay.
No,
Question.
no. I have a 40.
Oh, so that's gonna be 20.
I have 20.
Yeah.
Damn. He's gonna leave
Question.
me.
What is henchman's maximum lift? I'm curious.
Powered, it is 5,000 kilograms.
Unpowered?
I don't know.
How do you figure that out? Because
I-
mine's also.
I don't
we have
think
the
Noah
same-
weighs more than 100 pounds.
500. Y'all are buff.
Yeah,
I don't think
buff as
Noah
fuck,
weighs more
man.
than 100 pounds. I think you
Yeah.
could carry me and be fine.
Yeah. You guys are able to, because you guys are the strong ones of the team too. You're able to
Yeah.
pick up Noah, pick up Dakota. Immediately you turn and you begin to run. That is going to be your interact with environment and movement, though.
Yeah.
You hear
That's all right.
the bounding of the chimera running after you. It is going to make a attack. I'm gonna roll evens or odds.
Bon.
Cub, it's attacking you. I'm sorry.
Oh
man.
God. Okay.
Cub does a 21 hit.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely, man.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's gonna be 11 points of damage.
Oh my God, I'm still standing.
This thing
Let's
scratches
fucking
up your
go.
back. Do you guys continue to
I
run?
have 2 hit points.
You guys continue to run.
Yep.
I am going to. I'm sorry, Ari. I am going to try to sort of toss my good friend up into a tree, and
Okay. Make me a
Oh my
strength
God.
check. That's gonna be a strength check.
awesome. I'll roll that.
So funny.
Which is going to be 15 plus 12, 27.
27. That'll do it. As you huck Noah, Noah kind of gets caught in the branches, his limp body slowly losing stamina. By the way, because we've gone through a couple of rounds now, both of you, I want you to redact at least 6 stamina from both of you.
Okay.
Yeah, you huck Noah up there. And his limp body kind of just dangles in the tree now. Henchman, you have one more action.
And then I'm going to stop and attempt to jab. You said, do these things have eyes?
They do. They do have eyes.
I'm gonna attempt to take those out with the shovel, or, but yeah, with the shovel. We'll just do the
go
shovel.
for it. Roll for attack.
I love this dice so much. Thank you. Caleb, that's gonna be a 22.
That's gonna hit. Absolutely. Give me that damage.
All right. That is going to be a 9 plus 8. So a 17
Amazing.
total.
You go and jab just like the tip of the shovel directly into the head of this chimera as it immediately goes to leap, and it goes for another attack on Cub, but you swing around, and as the shovel collides with the head, the body immediately follows with the sort of force of your hit, and the body turns, rolls, and snaps. You see as the head twists like a full 180 degrees around the creature as it limps and kind of falls ragdoll style onto the ground. This spray of this sort of purplish black blood immediately sprays over you and the ground. You are now covered in it smells like it smells like rot immediately. Can I both of you make stamina checks for me?
Oh God. Okay.
And can I have Dakota and Noah please negate another two stamina, please?
How?
Christ almighty, you want us dead.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I see.
30?
Are you actually gonna kill us?
Yes.
And like,
36
Okay,
cents. Huntsman,
19.
you don't blow. You don't. Lucy, you start to feel like your stomach turn, like you're about to puke. Henchman, you managed to hold it together. You've seen worse. But it is not over. As you begin to feel the presence of more eyes around you, you've successfully knocked one down, but there are 7 more around.
the fuck?
And their eyes are now trained onto you because you have become the most dangerous target in these woods.
Okay.
Cub, I'm going to give you an action. Take your turn.
I'm just running.
Okay, are you still holding onto Songbird? Or...
Yes, of course.
Okay. You're running. I'm imagining Songbird's in your arms, like bridal style, covered in this ichor as well. I'm so sorry. Yeah. All right. As you run, you hear as you are being chased down. Immediately, another chimera is going to dash and kind of pounce through the trees immediately on top of you.
Oh God!
That's a natural 20.
Are you?
I'm not going to roll damage for this because you only have 2 hit points left.
Yeah.
But I'm going to
Can I, like...
Oh, sorry.
Scream before
absolutely.
I fucking die at least?
Yeah, absolutely, you're screaming. Henchman, what you see is Cub is running forward, Dakota in her arms, and you just see this chimera appear out of the trees. I imagine almost like that first scene in The Boys, slow motion. Just immediately you see the chimera, and then you see red as both of them vanish, and the chimera disappears into the woods. And it's just you. And then you feel the piercing effect of a bite onto your back. Ooh, that's not a natural 20, but that's also really good. That's gonna be a 30 to hit.
Is that a 30?
Yeah, it's gonna be a 30, and that's going to be another...
You know, Caleb, I don't think that hits.
That's gonna be another 21 points of damage.
Would, hypothetically,
Are you down?
could I... Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I imagine I have this thing, the shovel, near this thing's head. Could I twist the shovel in a way that, makes whatever sack inside this thing that causes the fire to come out, explode?
Yeah, you do that. Actually, I love that. You twist, and as you feel the piercing into your shoulder, you know this is going to be it. But at least you could take another one out with you. And you hear the as the fire explodes. You are immediately consumed by this purple and red flame, but so is the chimera behind you.
No, Caleb.
And suddenly, everything...
Would you say that this thing has enough force to, perhaps, dust a collar?
I'll get to that in a moment. You guys all see black. And you hear the quiet beep, beep, beep. Your heart's beating. And you slowly open your eyes and you awake in hospital beds. That's where we're going to end today's session.
What the fuck?
Yay!
I'm gonna kill that guard. I am going to remember his name
guard.
and find his children.
Nixon! We shouldn't have trusted him.
You shouldn't have trusted me at all. I think at a certain point you guys realize that this is a TPK session. But yes, I hope you guys didn't mind that I killed you. You're not dead.
As long as it's not forever, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Only one of you was immortal, but technically all of you were supposed to live that encounter. So, it only makes sense for one of you to have lived, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, let's raid.
Who was replaced by a Zognoid?
All of you.
Caleb,
No!
will you
Up to me.
will you end the poll or the prediction? Because I can't do it because I voted in it.
How? I don't see
Last prediction.
I don't even see.
It's your stream. What do you mean,
happening.
how?
Well, there's no predictions happening.
It already happened. Just
Yeah, it
do
says poll
slash
ended.
prediction. Then you should be able to manage it.
/ prediction. Oh, yes. Yes was the winner. Choose outcome, yes. Complete prediction. Congratulations, gamblers. You have won the gamble.
Thank you.
Oh, that's what the 1 and 2 is. Sorry, I don't know how to run my channel. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun. Also,
Yeah,
we're gonna
very
level up to
excited.
level 2. Do you want to level up next time we play, or do you want to level up right now?
Do you mean level 1?
Yeah, we're gonna be level. You guys are gonna be level 1.
Okay.
I'm tempted to actually
I thought you
let's
said
level up to
level
level
2.
2. Yeah, I think we'll. Do we want to go to level 2? I'm down to go to level 2 as well. If we want to do that.
I say level 2.
Down.
You down to go level
Honestly,
2?
I think we deserve it after that.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. We'll level up off stream though. So let me just find somebody to raid first.
Patchwork Beanie is live right now.
Patchwork Beanie, you want to do that?
We're also debuting a Chibi model.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go give some support to Patchwork Beanie. They're playing Minecraft right now. Alrighty. Let's get ready to raid. Everybody get in there. Get in there. Raid. Anyway, this will be up on the Real Cool YouTube channel, which you guys should definitely check out. Also, thank you to my lovely players. I'm sorry that I killed your characters. I promise it was worth it. Anyway.
Okay.
I'll forgive you one day.